What is up, fellas? Hello. I would like to apologize for the wait. We had some technical difficulties. However, I'd like to believe that we're live now. Let's make sure. Let's open up the app. Confirm that we're live.
Character AI, entertainment reimagined.
Not today, iceberg!
Download Character AI for free.
Let's see.
In 2025, you can build an entire business on your own with AI.
I'm getting ads on my own phone. Come on. We had some technical difficulties. However. All right, looks like we are live. Welcome everyone to the stream. So, as you may have seen from the announcements, we are going to be making Katsu Curry today over some nice warm rice. And the goal for today's stream is to do all of this in Japanese. So I'll talk to you guys in English, but the recipe, we're gonna be trying to decode it together. It's literally just in Japanese, no English, maybe a couple loan words, but that doesn't really count. So yeah, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is let me go ahead and share the stream really quick. Let me let the people know. Let's see, announcements. All right, hopefully everyone's having a good week so far. I know it's Friday. All right, sweet. How to go live on YouTube, exactly. Yo, Brendan Tedford, welcome to the stream. Glad you could finally make it. What's up, Sam? Welcome, welcome. All right, we'll give it a few minutes. Before we start cooking, just want to hear about y'all's weeks. How's y'all's been studying been going so far? You guys been doing good? Anything eventful happened so far? I'm gonna while you guys come up with how your week's been, I'm gonna make sure we've got everything laid out here. We've got the ingredients ready. I went ahead and prepped and did all the dirty work, so we've got everything nice and clean, ready and laid out. So, yeah. I don't think that's cheating or anything, by the way. I don't think, because I haven't started the recipe yet. I just didn't, I was explaining to a friend earlier. I didn't want you guys to see me draining chicken juice out of the packets. I think that's kind of gross, honestly. And I'm probably not the only one. And if this stream was in 4D, oh my gosh, you guys would be gagging. The smell of chicken just gets to me. Yo, W frame rate, thank you. I assume that means it's bad, low key. I'd like to believe that we're live now. Or is it good? Let's make sure. Yeah, I wonder why I'd stream like that. Day from Nate. No, I do not live in Japan. I was there for 3 months when I did study abroad, so I lived there, but that was fun. I want to go live there. That's kind of my dream. But right now I am stuck in the corporate life, and if I quit, then I can't pay my bills, and then I'm kicked out on the streets of the middle of America. So no, I don't live in Japan right now, but it'd be cool. Intense. You had an intense week, Nick. Nick Slasher. You sound like someone who has a lot of intense moments. I like that. That's a cool name. Huge burnout this week, but still going strong. Awesome to hear that, Duke. Yeah, I think I've seen you in How to Go Live on YouTube. Oh yeah, it really is just on there. Yeah, so the problem is, if you guys have ever tried to stream on YouTube, How to Go Love YouTube. All right, cool. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, whenever you press go live in the streaming software, you have to actually go into the YouTube website and click start stream. So I was so confused when I pressed go live right at 2:30 and nothing happened. Learning dictionary from verbs. Oh, learning dictionary form verbs this week. Nice, dude. Heck yeah, solid. Duke, I'm glad that you're still going strong after a burnout. Make sure you're not overwhelming yourself. I'm at 1179th Kanji right now and started watching when I was at 300. Feels unreal. Wow, how long have you been watching me for? Was that when you first? I remember we had a little chat in the comments that one time. That was fun. Is that when you first saw me? Because wow, time goes by fast. Are you just a fast learner? It drops when you touch the computer. Okay, thank you, Duke. I will not touch my computer anymore. Okay. Let's see. I'm at 1179th Kanji. I love the thumbnail for this. Thank you. I love it too. It's probably one of my favorite thumbnails I've made. Okay. Before we jump in, I want to make sure everyone's comfortable. Is the audio okay? Do you guys like the background music? Is it too loud, too quiet? Am I too loud, too quiet? I mean, should I even talk this whole? I'm just kidding. I'm gonna talk. That's part of this. But yeah, before we get in and learn those nice cooking vocabulary, are we all good? Is everybody happy with how we're doing? Once we get some confirmations in the chat here, when you hit 300 subs, dang, Sam, you've been here for the long run, dude. Sazoku, glad you could tune in for this stream. Welcome, welcome. All right. Sweet. Oh my gosh. This is unreal. This is unreal. You know, I never thought I'd be doing a cooking stream, but then I was like, people do cooking streams. I should put like a spin on it and make it like about Japanese. So it's great. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start reading through step by step and just kind of hashing it out and going along with seeing what words we know, we don't know, and if you guys have any questions in the chat or even answers, because there's gonna be words in here that I don't know, then yeah, let me know how you read a certain word, or if you guys need clarification and I happen to know one, then I'll also tell you how to read it. So without further ado, let's get started with step number 1 in this corner. This is step 1 and 2. So hopefully you guys can read it okay. You can, I think on YouTube now, you can literally take your thumbs and just like scroll and like zoom in. So if the text too small for you, try zooming in. Let me know if the quality is good enough for that. All right, let us get started, guys, with step number 1.
玉ねぎを片切りにする。じゃがいもは一口用に切って水にさらし、水気を切る。人参は一口用大 is it or die 一口用に切る。鶏胸肉はそぐように切って、塩コショウをかける。
Bro looking jacked. Thank you, AJ. I feel like let me adjust the I know we're gonna be lagging here a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, chat's gonna be a little delayed. Actually, I think I can scroll down. Yeah, chat's gonna be a little delayed, but let us get into it. So, I don't know how y'all's comprehension was with that first step. From my understanding, it says slice the tamanegi, the onion, thinly, cut the potato into bite-sized pieces, run it under water, and then turn on water? Hold on. What? Oh, then cut off the water. Like run it under water and then stop it. And then also cut the carrot into bite-sized pieces. And then also slice the chicken breast into thin pieces and season with salt and pepper. Let him cook. Thank you. Okay. That's my understanding. Were there any words that you guys wanted clarification on or anything that I got wrong? And while you think about that, let's go ahead and start because I know for sure we've got to slice this onion thinly. Now, let me zoom in on the cutting board. I want to show you guys my knife skills because I'm pretty proud of them. All right. I got the perfect camera angle, all to just change it out of nowhere. All right, hopefully that looks pretty professional. I do say so myself. Let's see how the stream thinks. There we go. Dude, I'm like a cameraman, that's crazy. You got none? Something about cutting carrots and salt is all I got from that. No worries, we can break that down bit by bit. Let me go ahead and cut the, oh wait. Yeah, cut the tamanegi first, then we'll wash the rest of the vegetables. Okay. Am I allowed to show knives on stream? Surely that's fine. Surely that's safe. I really hope I don't get like flagged for this. Okay. I guess let me try to angle this so you guys can kind of see better what I'm gonna do here. Oh my goodness, stuck. Okay, so I've already prepped the onions to be cut in halves, so we're gonna go ahead and slice these really thin. If you're not familiar, a really good way to actually get those nice thin curls of onions is gonna be cutting in half like this, and then simply just get out of the way. Just like so. And then we can just kind of get the rest here. All right, and that is one onion down, a couple more to go. Let me get a bowl. Can you raise the bit rate? I don't know if I can raise the bit rate right now. I wonder. Let me see if I can change the stream settings while I'm in here. Nope, it's fixed, I'm sorry. Oh, maybe I can. How many kbps do people use? Let's try 8K. All right. Okay, we're back. Okay. We're back. Sorry about that. I just raised the bit rate a bit. Hopefully the stream is gonna be looking a bit better. Okay. Imagine if he cut his hand live. You are preying on my downfall, bro. Hi, YouTube. Hello. You should be fine, maybe. All right, I'm not touching the computer. I think that means the stream is gonna be a bit better. I'm just watching to see. Now it's laggy. Okay. Well. So laggy. Oh no. I think it's too high. Lag, lag, lag. Okay. I'm just gonna wave my hands here and see. I'm just waving here like a maniac. Just want to make sure we're all good. It looks like it's smoothed out. It was just adjusting. Yeah, that looks okay. No, I'm standing really still, so I don't know. Yeah, it's still laggy, isn't it? Well, we got to make sure that you guys get the best experience possible on these streams, of course. So let me get that output back down to 2500 kbps. I think I just need to get one of those super long Ethernet cables. Okay, we are back down to 2500. It will smooth out the stream eventually, so we're just gonna keep moving on. Let me get a bowl for the tamanegi. So we got a cup here. All right, we're just gonna load it up in here as we cut. Oh my goodness. It's a weird feeling. I'm gonna be honest, I don't cook a lot. I cook occasionally. Really not that much. Maybe it's a zoom in. I'd sure hope not. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It looks good on my end, but you guys please let me know if we're... Oh, it's still lagging. Okay. I'm gonna give it a bit. It also might be the Wi-Fi. So let me take my phone off my Wi-Fi because I want to give my computer as much bandwidth. Quality's pretty good. Thank you, Sazoku. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I saw some questions about some knives earlier. Someone watched the... Oh. How much do those knives cost you? They look fancy. Couple, I think I've got more knives. They probably cost me around 700 all in all. I got more. Kyoku, which means like the very tip or edge or something. So this is another one. Ooh. The lore behind this is that I was actually in the process of opening a restaurant way back when. I had left college temporarily because I was having a mental breakdown. And then I was like, you know what? I like cooking. I'm good at cooking Japanese food. I think I want to open a food truck. Yeah. It's better now by quite a lot. Thank you, Nick Slasher. It's fine. Hell, hey, Warrior. Same time zone gang. What's up, Zombie Souffle? You already know. Okay, yeah, it was probably on their end. You hear that, Marquette? It's all your fault. No, I'm just kidding. He's one of the moderators, so don't worry. We like to goof off a bit. But yeah, so I was planning to open up a Japanese food truck down in Texas at the time, and that was more stressful to me than college. So I went back, and here we are working in corporate. So that's kind of where that lore went down. For any new people joining in and not familiar, in the top left are the steps for cooking. We're currently on step 1. So if you want to read and decode that, have any answers or questions about the words showing up in there, go ahead and contribute. Leave a chat. All right. I might need to go get my phone charger here in a bit. Do you like natto? Yes, I do. I haven't really eaten it by itself, maybe only once. So that was my first time. I had like a hatsutaiken, and that was... Having it by itself is interesting. I prefer to have it... You know what? It's weird that my face isn't here. I feel like... Yeah, so this is so awkward. The main way I like to have natto is over some like rice, and I'll actually put like some egg yolk in there and some like kiri nori. It's like the little strips of nori, like the seaweed, and then a little bit of like red pepper. Yeah, just like tossing that in, and then also like furikake on it is like really good, which is like a rice seasoning. Furikake is pretty generic. It can refer to a lot of types of seasonings, but in general, you just sprinkle it over your rice and it makes it yummy. So that's how I like to have it, but I do like natto in general. I'm not really against it. It's more the texture for most people, I feel like. But for me, it's like, it reminds me of soy sauce, because that's where soy sauce comes from. So it's like kind of like, soy sauce beans. But I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I'll cover the katakana, guys. Don't worry. All right, Warrior, let's go. Do you ever think you'll get a cooking career in the future? You know, I actually almost went to Japanese cooking school. I worked at this really popular ramen joint down in Texas, and I considered leveling up and taking some time off to go to Japan and do cooking. And then my parents were kind of like, you know, bud, you are 3 years into college and you dropped out. I would say, why don't you graduate, get a stable job, make some money, and then when you're stable, you can decide what you want to do. The stream is good, feels so natural. Awesome. Thank you, Sazoku. Thank you, Warrior. I did not get that Nisarashi is the same as Sarani. I didn't really know that. Well, hold on. Let me read the recipe. Mizu ni sarashi. Is it sarashi? I feel like in the context, is it like to rinse? I'm guessing. I don't know that word. I'm gonna be completely honest, so I'm guessing. But if it means furthermore, then it would say like hitokuchi dai ni kitte mizu ni sarashi suiki o kiru. I feel like it's saying to rinse in the water, then cut off the water flow, essentially. I don't know. I'm just eating a bit every now and then, trying to get used to it. The texture's fine, but the taste isn't fine for me. That's fair. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I feel like you have to like mix it into, like with other things, if it's not straight up for you. Like even my Japanese friends, some of them refuse to eat natto straight up. Like they'll have to put it over rice or something. I'm gonna try really hard to not cut my hand live because I do not want to get demonetized. Oh, I should probably start the rice. Do you guys want to watch me start the rice? I feel like it's pretty intuitive. It's not even in the recipe actually. It just says to put it over rice at the end. So that implies that the rice is just cooked. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys the rice grains and then you're gonna hear me pour water in it. All I got is mizu, dai, kuchi, bun, and chu, or naka, and hi. That and another one, that's all. That's a start though. That's a lot of kanji. What happened to your message? What message? Did you say a no-no and it blocked it? All right. Here is the rice. 2 cups of dry rice. because we are big boys and girls, and we are going to be eating a lot of meat tonight. I don't want to show the meat too close because raw meat's honestly kind of gross, but we are cutting these up into thinner slices, so there's going to be a lot of plates of little pieces of katsu. All right, you're going to hear me fill up the rice. I promise I'm not doing a stream, like a talk to me stream where I just dip and you guys are talking to an empty room. Look, listen to that. Ooh, you hear that? You hear that water being mixed with the rice? It's starchy. I promise I'm not faking this, guys. Look. Starchy rice water, our favorite. I just realized how long rice takes to cook, so I was like, you know, I should probably get started on this. Anyways, yeah. For anyone who's just coming to chat, I asked earlier how y'all's weeks have been and what you've been up to, as well as how studying's been going with Japanese. So if anyone wasn't there for that, love to hear how y'all have been doing. I'll be right back on camera. I'm just getting the rice ready. Cooking rice is kind of calming. I say that about a lot of things though, so I feel like, I don't know. Is that really? I guess that's 2 cups. Is that really? Gotta make sure it's on the line. I think it needs a little more water. All right. Okay. I like tamago kake gohan. Yes, dude, it's so good. Respect for keeping up with the chat? No worries. Actually, speaking of keeping up with the chat, my phone is about to die, so let me go grab a charger for my room real quick. And we'll be good. We're in a good spot here. Listen to this. Listen to my rice cooker. I love this thing. You ready? Isn't that awesome? That is so cool, right? Okay, my mic's on me, so I'm pretty sure you guys will hear me while I walk to my room, but... Got to watch Shohei play today. Nice! In person? Not making any assumptions, I'm just wondering. Welcome, Bisilet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. All right, we've got a charger for the phone, so I will be able to keep up with chat now. As long as the... All right, cool. Let's keep cutting. This is a lot. I'm just now realizing how much we're making. Okay, well, we got one more onion half, so you guys get to see these knife skills, and I will check out chat after. I'm not trying to be Jimanman, but Jimanman is like full of pride, but I love working with knives. Not in a weird way, like just like, doesn't that sound cool? Like it's such a satisfying sound. All right. All right, that's the last onion. Can we jam it in here? There is so, oh my God. It's like a mountain of onion. I really did not think, I mean, it's 2 pounds of onions, so. Oh my gosh. All right, that's as much as we're getting. You know what? I know in Japan they say mottainai, but we may have to do with moving these over. I don't think, this looks like a really cursed like slushy or like icy. Can you imagine going to like the gas station and getting an icy and they have blue raspberry, Coke flavor, and then just onion flavor? That would be quite, I mean, I'd try it honestly. The morbid curiosity would get to me. Okay, I think, what have we crafted here? I don't know. This is not in the recipe. I mean, it is. The onion's there. This onion slushy, not in the recipe. All right. Where is it? Here we go. My grandma got me this really cool little scraper. Oh my gosh. So it makes it super easy to just clean up. So let me clean up, then I'll read the chat, and we will get on to step number 2, and we can start reading that. Throw away the cores here to the onions. Right. It's pretty satisfying, isn't it? All right. All right, let's see what's been going on in chat. All right. Started Miku Real Japanese podcast, and it's so nice to recognize a good portion of what's being said. There's a couple phrases here and there that I have to look up, but that's normal, right? That is completely normal. I'm glad that you're understanding and recognizing a good portion. That is amazing. But yeah, it is gonna take, as you build up your vocabulary, I mean, it's, you're gonna be looking stuff up. I mean, even in English for me, I could keep improving my grammar and vocab. Like, it's my native language, right? But there's always gonna be words. But the fact that you're still, recognizing a really good portion of a real Japanese podcast, as they say, is great. That is totally normal. Yo, we got the same one. I love that thing. Me too. I keep trying to hide my face from you guys. Let's do this. I'm so behind Japanese. I've forgotten most of the things I learned in the past 5 months, and I have an N5 test in 20 days. Oh my goodness. And if I fail, I will be kicked from the Japanese scholarship I'm in. I'm not studying in Japan though. Lock in on your vocab and kanji and you'll be fine. The grammar, I mean, as long as you understand a good amount of vocab, it's on the N5, it's pretty easy to guess what's being said. But yeah, I mean, just stay consistent, you'll be fine. If you need a study buddy or need some study voice chats, just ping me or some other people in the server. We'll be happy to hop in with you. Yeah, I'll be at the game. My friend was supposed to be at the game tomorrow, which he's actually pitching, but sacrificed going tomorrow to play a tennis tournament for fun with another friend. Why would you skip out on Shohei, bro? Give me the ticket, I'll pull up with you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but still, that's awesome, man. A real Kibatsukai. I actually don't know what Kibatsukai is. Kiba's Fang, and Sky is like I know Sky from like Standard Sky, like from JoJo when they say a stand user. Am I a Fang user? You might have to educate me on that, Visalet. What are your thoughts on Genki 2? Is it needed from a grammar perspective, or after Genki 1 is a Core 2 K-Deck and immersion better? Sorry for the non-cooking related question. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I actually did both Genki 1 and 2 in high school, and I would say it got me a really solid foundation. And I even went on to do Tobira Gateway to Advanced, which brings you a little bit past the N3 level. I mean, looking back, I'm glad I did all of those textbooks. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm glad I did because it made that transition to immersing way easier because I had such a solid foundation. Even if it was like, I don't know, not immersion based, right? It was all very textbook Japanese. I still had a good amount of vocab and a good grasp on the nuances. During that time, I also had some Japanese friends I met at college, so we kind of practiced speaking in Japanese. They were very kind enough to do that for me. But I think it's a good book. If you blast through Genki 1 and you're like, I like this textbook style, I would say take the extra few months to go through Genki 2, then hop into immersion with a Core 2K deck. Because chances are you already know like 80% of that Core 2K deck. So you're really only doing like 400 cards if even, just to fill in those gaps. So I have like 10 of those containers from Wonton Soup. Yeah, dude, I always order takeout. I love Asian restaurants, so you already know. All it's missing is the plastic dome lid. You're so right. Glep wood. Thank you, Glep. Such a vibe. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Brendan says, I need to spend more time on hiragana. I'm very much a hands-on learner and haven't figured out the best way to tackle that. That's a good point. I like to print out, I mean, you can practice writing hiragana. Like, it's weird because if you want to get good at writing, you have to write, but I also found that writing helps a lot with like memory. So whenever I was struggling with certain hiragana or like katakana even, I would just keep writing it out and writing it out. You can even do, instead of Anki, do like Quizlet. And whenever you have like a burst of energy, just absolutely destroy a Quizlet deck for hiragana. Or even make custom ones for the hiragana specifically you're struggling with so you can rep those more and more. Because Anki's cool, Anki Migaku are cool, but like you can only pass a card like once a day, and then you have to wait at least one day to do it again. Yeah, oh yeah, Gleb literally just took the words right out of my mouth. If you're a hands-on learner, then use your hands to write them down, surely. Abdul says, 日本の大学に行きたいですけど、私の日本語は下手です。今は N5 です。Well, you can also do a, they're saying that they want to go to a Japanese university, but he feels that his Japanese is not that good and is currently N5 level. Yeah, I mean, I would say I wouldn't worry about being quote unquote good or bad at Japanese. The fact that a lot of people go to Japanese universities because they want to, but then they don't actually know Japanese, or they get a certification and they can't interact. I think in your case, like you can totally, a lot of Japanese universities offer like, they do exchange programs if you want to get that college student life in Japan first and take some English classes. Or Japanese classes, I'm thinking of Clash of Clans, classes to challenge yourself. Then you can develop your Japanese skills and come back to do like full-on Japanese courses, or even transfer straight into one. Or you could get accepted. You don't have to be like an absolute Japanese god to like get accepted. Sazoku recommends using Memory Hint app for Hiragana and Hiragana Pro app. Save for katakana. I've seen reviews of those. Those look pretty good. Got them both done with reading phrases after only 3 hours. That's impressive. Duke Boss says, my approach for Hiragana was to do it over and over until I could do all of them in a row twice in a row. Then I just retain them from Anki vocab. That is so true. Once you start doing your flashcards in Hiragana and Katakana, I mean, that's another, like, it's like you're SRSing, you're space repetitioning, but you're also space repetitioning not just the words, but the actual Hiragana in them. I just realized it's Nihon no daigaku ni ikitai. Is that what you said? Nihon no daigaku wo ikitai. Oh, okay, I see. No worries, bro. It's okay. Particles are weird. Quiz is good. I just noticed you snuck the super kanji at the end of step 2. This is also following an actual Japanese website, so that is not I did not write this. I'm not that good at writing Japanese. Gleb says, I struggled a lot to memorize when I was just looking at kana, but after learning by writing things, I realized they stick in my head way longer. For frying, I guess. Oh, okay. Let's read everything now all together.
玉ねぎを薄片切りにする。じゃがいもは一口大に切って水にさらし水気を切る。I'm probably getting some of those readings wrong. 人参は一口大 Is it 大 or oh, it's probably 大 right? 一口大に切る。鶏胸肉はそぐように切って塩コショウをかける。Okay.
All right, so now we gotta move on to the chicken. Oh God. All right, let me wash my hands and get my, wait, what am I doing? We got a jagaimo and some ninjins to cut, guys. So y'all don't have one Japanese parrot? I don't. My mom's technically, what, a quarter? She's like a quarter Japanese, but she does not. She walked out on me studying Japanese once and she was like, Konichi, what's up? It was, yeah, I told her to get out of my room time, but that was something. No, this is for the meat. That's for the meat. Okay, so we need to cut this into hitokuchidai. So, yeah. Mata ne. Bye, Sazoku. Good luck unlocking in. This is actually such an interesting way to practice the language. Glad you're finding it interesting. Hi, Daniel D. Yes, I am your sensei. Okay, so to cut a potato into like bite-sized pieces, I mean, the best way I've kind of found it is to first cut it in half. That cut really easily. Bite size is very like, I don't know. It's subjective, right? I mean, for an infant, you know, a pellet from a BB gun could be bite-sized, but for people like me, you know, bite-size could be, I mean, heck, I've eaten probably 3 Chick-fil-A nuggets all in one bite, so we really gotta, like, we gotta get some good definitions in here, I feel like. Sorry, that was really weird. That was really weird. No shot. Big shot, buddy. That's right, Boros. Okay, so now we've got our little strips of jagaimo. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this into some bite-sized pieces. This knife cutting part isn't as impressive. I'll be honest, right? I mean, it's just touching potatoes and pushing on them, so that's okay though. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the end result, but we're also here to read the recipe and get better at Japanese cooking vocabulary. So I'm glad to have all of you here today so that you guys can help me figure out what the heck I'm doing. Okay, can we just take a second to admire? Okay, here are the potatoes I was told we need for the recipe. Here are the onions. Is there something wrong here? What is this ratio? I'm not like a professional chef or anything, but like this seems wrong. I love potatoes and I love onions, but bro, uh-oh. We've got this onion slushy, and then we've just got this sad pile of like little crumbles, little rocks of potato. This can't be right. I would say one mini Reese's cup is bite-sized. That's actually good. Yeah, that's a good measurement. Honestly, Justin half could be bite-sized if you're brave enough. You know what, Gleb? I feel like you're the type of guy to eat your potatoes whole. I could see it. I wonder if anyone's actually done that. That you would actually just go to the hospital. This is a lot. It is a lot. Reminds me of the Konichiwa guy. Oh my gosh, he's freaking hilarious. If you guys don't know, there's a, it'll all boil down. That's actually true, Marquette. There's this guy who walks around Japan and he's like films random Japanese people and he's like, sumimasen, douga totte kuremasen ka? Like, excuse me, can you take a video of me? And sometimes he'll be like, okasan no tame, like it's for my mom. And they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. And so he hands their phone to them and they film him. And I'll just have to like put a link at the end of the stream, but he just starts shouting like, Konnichiwa. Yeah, you know what? It's not really as funny when I explain it, is it? You reckon you could? Yeah, I wouldn't try that though. At least not. Yeah, no, I would feel really guilty if anything were to happen. So I already washed these, but now that I've cut them again, let me go ahead and wash them just to be safe. Kind of don't want dirt in my food. So we're gonna go ahead and wash these. I'm not leaving you guys, but once again, you'll be able to hear it running because of this awesome lav mic that I have on. Yeah, so, one second. Sorry. All right, so potatoes are good. That guy's goated. I know, that's so much like energy. How can you be that extroverted like in Japan? That's insane to me. All right, ninji no hitokuchi dai ni kiru. And then we do the torimune niku. Okay. So one cool thing I learned about cutting these when I was working at a ramen shop is instead of cutting carrots just like this, if you actually cut it more like the medallions at an angle, you get more surface area. And then what happens is that flavor soaks more into whatever you're cooking. So you want to alternate the angles here to expose as much of the inside of the carrot as possible. If Gordon Ramsay was in chat, he could confirm, but I know that we've probably got some other cooks in the chat who are really judging me, so, you know, if you guys have any advice or critiques, please weigh in your opinion. I would love to hear it. Oh, that's getting a little tough. All right, well, just leave that. It's not really bite-sized, is it? You know what? Yeah. And the pieces just get bigger and bigger. All right. There we go. That is a depressingly... Okay, so like the carrots and the potatoes match up. And then you've got whatever the heck that is. It absolutely overpowers these. I really hope that these do cook down, like to the max. Oh, I'm like spilling onions everywhere. You know what? It's okay. Part of cooking is cleaning up. All right, we're gonna change camera angles here. I know. This is the gross part. Oh, I almost broke my camera. Hold on one second. My onion fingers. Ooh, what is that? Ew, meat? Ew, it's gross. Who even eats meat these days? Nasty. Don't cut yourself. Adds variation, you know? Yeah, it does add variation, you know? That's true. Onions. Yes, okay. We've got part number 2. Let me take off my ring for this one, because I'm not trying to get chicken juice all over my ring. Okay. Let's do it. All right, so let me read this right. It says
鶏胸肉はそぐように切って塩コショウをかける。Let's use Migaku. そぐよう。そぐ? Oh, to plane it. Oh, I know how to do that.
All right, yeah, we got that. Okay. Bring my phone. Oh my god, it's hot in here. I had to turn my AC off because it gets really loud. And I do not want to disturb you guys during the stream. All right, so we have to shear. Is it shear? It's feather, that's what it's called. We have to feather these chicken breasts, and I'll show you, if you're not familiar, what that's gonna look like. So, whenever you shear meat, what you wanna do is so you have cutting, right? We literally just go like that. But as you're pushing the meat, you're also driving the knife sideways. So let's find out. Okay, so that's where the... Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna come... You're gonna see the meat's gonna get wider and thinner. So you can see here, it's kind of just like almost shaving. And I'm trying my best to shear it, but as you can see, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. It's actually probably better for shearing if your knife's not as sharp, but it's a pretty cool technique. And as you can see, here's a breast by itself before, and now here's what it looks like. It's very flat and even and very long, and I'm sorry, I feel so weird just like stroking this raw chunk of chicken. Jesus. All right, we're gonna set that aside. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the next piece of meat here. But yeah, that's how you shear chicken. You literally just, you cut out and you're doing 20% down force, 80% just out, essentially. That's the goal here. And then any parts that seem too thickum, you just kind of keep going and keep shearing that. And here we go, another really big flat piece of chicken, just like that. Flat pieces of chicken. That is a crazy sound. All right. So let's go ahead and keep shearing these. We got 2 more pieces to do, and then I will further cut those chickens into roughly what katsu should be size-wise. I'm not really sure what that's gonna look like. All right. Let's keep shearing. Shear, 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 shear. Shear, 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 shear. I love this, dude. This is like relaxing. Especially hanging out with you guys. Oh, see, that's really what a shear should look like. All right. For the tenderness, he gets it. Yeah, for the tenderness. Okay. There we go. So that is actually probably a textbook sheared meat. So once again, here's chicken before shearing, and here's after. So see how, ooh, sorry buddy. See how flat that is? That's what we want, because now it's gonna cook very easily. You can almost see the light pouring through it, actually. So it makes it a lot easier to cook way more quickly, and we can ensure that we're not gonna get salmonella. That would kind of suck, honestly. I'd hate to get sick. I mean, I think anyone would, unless you want to like skip out on school or work. I do that sometimes. I get sick, not on purpose. No, I think to myself, I don't want to go to work, and then I just actively just feel sick. It's magic. I think I should be shearing from both sides. Let's try to get a little more flat here. All right, there we go. It's pretty good. I gotta say, this looks pretty chickeny. Bro just got a full braid on his cutting board. No, 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 that's not what this is. Is bro married? I'm engaged. I'm engaged. It's awesome. It's great. But yeah, I think we've gotten that chicken cut up. So let me read the next steps without touching my computer. So we did this. Now we need to season with salt and pepper. Okay. Let me lay these out, wash my hands, and let me go get the seasonings. We'll have to wipe down these counters too, because oh my gosh, I do not want raw chicken bits just strewn everywhere. I feel like I can get pretty violent when it comes to like prepping ingredients. I think this one time I was trying to make a bagel with cream cheese and I messed up. I put stuff on in the wrong order. So I just punched, I punched the bagel and cream cheese exploded everywhere. This is at probably like 5 in the morning when I was a kid and my parents ran out of their bedroom downstairs and were like, "What was that?" And they just, they turned the lights on and I was just there, face covered in cream cheese. It was all over the walls, like behind me. Moral of the story, don't mess off. You always trim off the fats. I should probably do that, huh? Yeah, ugh. Yeah, I'll try to trim off what I can. I won't get too crazy about it here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not very good around the raw meat. I like to be pampered. I like when everything's kind of done for me. So this isn't very graceful. Yeah, that's not. Whatever. Yeah, probably shouldn't be doing that. Okay, there we go. Now we've got that cut. Got the meat laid out. Let me wash my hands for proof you can hear it. Ooh, hand washing, ASMR. I wonder if has anyone done Japanese ASMR yet? I wonder. Are you good at reading Japanese names and especially Jimei yo kanji? No. Maybe typical names like Tanaka, or the only weird one I'd probably good at is like, well, I know a lot of random Japanese singers that I like. Also my boss's name was like Kazuki, which is, it's like written as like, to purify something, and then also the like ichi, so like Kazuki. Meat scissors, oh my gosh. Dude, you're like, that's based. You're so smart. I should do that. I do not have too much in this kitchen, honestly. I can handle handling raw steak, that's about it though. Yeah, that's true. Man, I could go for a good steak right now, but I could also go for some good Katsu Curry. So, let's keep moving on. I'm gonna get a little bit of salt and pepper on here. My audio got stuck on the cupboard. Here we go. All right. Sorry, I have a big cable here. Got a big. I'm not gonna try to touch the meat with it, but I have a cable for my audio, and it's just, it is getting caught everywhere. Okay. So where was I? I just salted this side. Now I gotta do some pepper. It's looking better. It's still raw, but it looks better. I have to turn down my, there we go, okay. Right, that looks good. That looks like chicken. We're getting somewhere. 日本語だけでと思ったか. You know what, Trash Gamer, we can do that. ふりかける. That's right, we are ふりかける the salt and pepper. Don't make this an ASMR stream, I beg. Gleb, I would never do that to you. I'm engaged too, but I don't wear the band yet. Congratulations, Warrior. Did I miss any chats here? Let me scroll up. I think Japanese people do ASMR. Oh, but do Japanese learning channels do ASMR? Is bro in Termina right now? No. Okay. All right. We are flipping with my left hand, and we will furikakeru the other side. All right. Okay. There we go. Good little bit of salt. All right, a little salt. Let's get a little bit of pepper in there. And that is how you, now the chicken's cooked, guys. It's ready to eat. Let's dive in. Let's take a bite. Mmm. I don't know how people do it. I've seen some people just eat raw meat and like raw liver and stuff, and I guess it's Some meats are safe to eat raw, but I just don't understand outside of like sushi and fish. Can't wait to have Korewa Pendes whispered in my ear. Dude, I got you. I feel like that would be such a funny joke video. Like you just get together every single useful, quote unquote, useful phrase from like Japanese textbooks and you just do like Japanese textbook phrase ASMR or like Mary and Takeshi conversation ASMR from Genki. That, I would actually watch that, unironically. That would be so funny. All right, guys. Let's get it back on my face. Feel like I'm not much prettier than this raw chicken, but I don't want you guys staring at that this whole time. And we've got a recipe to read. That is right, friends. Dang, I'm not even tall. I'm like 5'7". All right. There we go. Surely that's good. Okay, so let's see. Let's read step number 2 together, everyone. What are we seeing here?
鍋にサラダ油を入れて熱し、玉ねぎを入れてしんなりするまで中火で少なめる? No, that's not 少なめ.
That's to simmer.
炒める?
I don't know. Someone please correct me in chat if I'm butchering that.
じゃがいも、人参を入れてさらに5分炒める.
We're just gonna go with that.
炒める.
Well, that's itonamu is to whatever. You know what? Someone in chat is smart enough to figure that out. I'm just gonna step back and let the pros do that. Let's check out chat. Wash your hands. Oh yeah, I should wash my left hand. I guess both hands. Thank you, Daniel, for the reminder. That would have been bad. All right, you guys hear that? There we go. ASMR. That's the most I'll do, is just like kitchen ambience ASMR. Okay. Let's see. That's what something with an Osaka Jin would do. That's so true. The Liver King guy. Liver King. I remember that, dude. That would be a good April 1st idea. I might have to do that. I mean, we've got like 10 months until then, but maybe I can film it and then schedule it like a year ahead of time. It's like those channels that are like, learn Japanese while sleeping. Bro, oh my gosh, you're so right. You're so right. I can't believe, like, I ain't trying to like insult people, but like, how would that work? There's no way you can learn while sleeping. I just don't know. Unless you're like lucid dreaming and maybe like you're like, no. Like if you're like half awake and you hear stuff and it shows up in your dreams maybe, but at that point you're not even sleeping really. I don't know. Like you rest by sleeping and having your brain like completely devoted to recovering. So to think that your brain has enough bandwidth to like, I don't know, do even more work for you while sleeping is kind of crazy to me, but I digress. Frying maybe. I think you're right, Sam. Gleb, I didn't get 玉ねぎを入れてしんなりするまで中火中火で I think that's 炒める? No, 少なめる. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, Gleb. I wasn't firing shots at you. It just got me thinking, but yeah. The one it's after chubi de. I think it's either tsukunameru or it's itonameru, or it could be neither, and I'm just wrong, which is very, very possible. All I know though is I just know the reading, but I believe Sam is right here on frying. I listen to a 20-minute video as I go to bed and it just shuts off after that. That is a great idea. Okay, so 鍋にサラダ油を入れてOkay. Let's do this. I am going to uncrop this side so we can see how much salad you to use. So now we've got even more vocab to work with. Okay, who's ready? We're doing just the curry right now, I think. Okay. So that says 材料2人分け curry. So curry for 2 ingredients. 温かいご飯. I'm cooking so much gohan, so we don't need to worry about that. You may notice I cut 2 onions. We're actually doubling this recipe. So tamanegi says 1個. We're actually doing 2個. And then jagaimo, same thing. I actually cut only 1. Did I cut? I don't remember anymore. But the ratios look about right. Except for the onion. Maybe, yeah, you know what, we're just gonna wing it. I love onion, so it's probably fine. And then we have saradayu, which is osaji 1/2, which is, that's like just half a tablespoon. Osaji is like tablespoon and chisaji is teaspoon. 600 cc's of water. I don't know. Itameru. Oh, itameru. Is that what I was saying? Itomeru. Okay. Yeah. God, thank you, cooldown. Itameru is like stir fry. Thank you guys. Appreciate the clarification on that. The sleep paralysis demon whispering Japanese verbs. Dude, so true. Thank you guys. Appreciate the help with reading that. Then we have kareru. Okay, so here's our kareru for today. I think I'm allowed to show the brand. I don't know why I wouldn't. But yeah, Golden Curry, pretty good brand. It comes from S&B. My dogs, I actually have, you know what, let me showcase the other box I have in here. Where are you, Hayashi? I know you're in here. I've got 2 more boxes of it. Torokeru Hayashi. If you guys ever see this on the counter at like your Asian grocery store, please get it and try it if you haven't. It is so good. It's a Western style glazed beef over rice, and it is like, I'm addicted to this like crack. It is, there's nothing like it. So, Torokeru Hayashi, you wanna try it, it's really good. I'm not sponsored by them. Unlike me, I'm just kidding, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now, I'm sorry. That would have been smooth though. That would have been a smooth segue to this today's sponsor. Okay. All right, let us keep cooking. Use the same one. Let's go cool down. Man of culture. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and put in saradayu. So we'll do 1 tablespoon in the pot. I got the pot out here right now. So let me get the saradayu in there, which is just vegetable oil. Essentially, you got a cat and dogs as well, damn. I've actually got 2 cats. They're not here right now in the sense that like, I have to travel for work. It's kind of complicated, so my cats are back in another city that I go to a lot, but they're in good hands, so yeah. It's sad though, it's hard sometimes. I miss my cats. But enough about me. It's not a sob story. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to navigate around the menu here. Okay, is 1 tablespoon enough for all this? Because I'm doing, 鍋にサラダ油を入れて熱し、玉ねぎを入れてReally, one tablespoon of oil is enough for my slushy onion. I don't believe that, but you know what? We're gonna try. Let me recrop this so you guys can get more of the cooking action here. Okay, well, I guess we're doing it. Let's do it. So it says to put in the oil and to heat it up. You know what? I'm gonna do 1.5. I know. We're not following the recipe to the T, but cooking calls for a little bit of inspiration and creativity. カレーじゃなくてハヤシ作るのかと思った。I know. I can do another hayashi. I can do a hayashi stream if you want. But yes, we are gonna be making golden curry. I got medium hot because I may not look like it. Focus. I'm not a baby. I love my spicy foods. Now, you won't catch me eating, what is it called? Like the pepper X or whatever? The capsaicin is what it's called. It's like 2 million Scovilles. I can't do that. I like to live vicariously through watching, what is it? Hot Ones with Sean Evans. That's a really good show where they just eat hot wings and then they like interview celebrities. If you haven't watched it, I totally recommend it. but it's also in English, so no immersion, I'm sorry, but yeah. All right, without further ado, let's get this on the stove and heat it up. Yeah, all right. Here we go. So we'll put that on chubi, which is gonna be medium heat. And until then, I mean, wow. Yeah, we're just gonna, it's like watching paint dry. We're watching oil heat up, which actually it takes it doesn't really take that much. Oil is a powerhouse, trust, you're so right. We love Willow, yep. I love Willow too. The other one is named Junebug. You may have seen her. She's a bit more energetic. Golden curry. That's right. How did you know? Telling you, that's the only way. If you guys know any other Japanese curry brands though, I mean, I'd be delighted to look into that. I have made homemade curry once with my fiance. We had done like, I think we got like star anise and some other like spices that like from Whole Foods that were like in bags, and they were like, I opened one of them up and like I had to look away and sneeze. Like some of the spices that go into those things are freaking strong. It is insane. Okay, so while that's heating up, let me read a bit more into this step. 玉ねぎを入れてしんなりするまで、しんなりする I think it's saying to fry it until like translucent. I don't know if I'm wrong there. しんなり。じゃがいも、人参を入れてさらに5分少なめる。So yeah, we're doing the onions until they're translucent, I think. I don't think it's golden. So until, I'm just gonna say translucent unless you guys have some corrections in the chat. And then we would add in the potatoes and the carrots. And then fry that for 5 more minutes. That looks right. That looks right. How are you doing over here, oil? Oh, you're getting hot. All right. Let me move some stuff around so you guys get a better... Oop, I almost dropped my trash can. Let me try to get you guys a better view here of the stove as we pivot over here. All right. We'll try to keep it over up here. All right. God, that's so much onions. Okay. I feel like it would be a disservice to not move you guys to be closer to where the cooking's going on, so let's do that. Whoa. Whoa, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, let me not get my wires on the raw chicken. That would not be good. Oh, and the rice is done. Good timing. Oh my gosh. Bear with me as we change scenes, guys. Hello. 1 second. Want to make sure. Oh my goodness. There's so many cables. Something I've never realized is that apparently when you try to make better quality like videos and streams, it just leads to more and more wires. Essentially, that's the issue we're dealing with here right now. All right, sorry, fancy mirror. You are going to be decommissioned for a little bit, and there we go. There we go. That's a bit of a better angle for you guys, so you can see what's going on, and hopefully I don't get oil all over my my camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it in. Until soft, yeah, 知らん。いや、しんなりって英語でどうやって説明すればいいんだ? I don't know. Like, is it like 透明? 透明? Golden curry. Golden curry, yeah. しんなりって I feel like it's like 透明になる状態だと思うんですけど I don't know. All right, let's put it in. This is so much. That's ridiculous. I feel like I should get a wok. Unless this really makes it want to cook down. This is so much more onion than I anticipated. This is actually ridiculous. Let's get some light in here. I'm sure it'll cook down. I feel like I don't have to transfer it. Maybe I should though. Maybe I should. See, like I'm having an existential crisis right now. Do we thug it out, chat? Do we thug it out with the tiny bucket here? Or do I move it to a bigger wok? I mean, onions shrink a lot, no? They do. In the background, you'll see an almighty wok here waiting for its chance at stardom. So we'll let it hang out there for a bit. And, I mean, yeah. We'll just see if this cooks down enough. I think that shinari is like tender, or tome, which is like translucent. We'll see. This is on Chubi, so we'll see if that keeps up. Sip on some water, gotta stay hydrated. Thug it out, yeah, bet. Use the bucket. All right, bet. You guys get to hear me gulp on water. All right, well, while that's cooking, can I zoom out a bit more? That's it. How are you guys doing? You enjoying the stream? Please leave a like if you like the stream, and if you don't, give it a big fat dislike. Either way, I legit want to know what you guys think of this stuff, so it kind of teaches me what to do more of in the future, what to do less of, because I've found that studying Japanese is fun to an extent, but like when you're doing it alone, it's kind of like, I don't know, it can get very repetitive and almost exhausting. So I've kind of wanted to find new ways to make it more fun. So like for here, we're learning more about some like cooking vocabulary, and yeah, I mean just more about, you know, preparation oh my gosh, I just forgot English for a second. Like preparing recipes and stuff. You know, I was thinking next time doing some different like video games, different like visual novels, and breaking those down. But yeah. So if you guys have any ideas or anything that sounds cool to you that you'd like to either find a way to learn Japanese together through, let me know. If you like sort of these streams and want me to cook something else in Japanese, of course, we can try that. I'm even down to try a full Japanese only stream where we just don't speak any English. That would be pretty hard, but I'd be down to give it a try. We'd see how long that would last for, but yeah. Let's rechat. Thug it out. My motto is to thug it out. I like that, Gleb. Use the bucket. Yes. Do the thug shaker. I don't know. Also, you said the thug. I love how you corrected two to do, but you didn't correct skaker to shaker. So I'm just gonna take that as, you know what I'm gonna say to avoid this? I'm gonna say, I don't know what the thug skaker is. I'm sorry, I can't do that for you, Sam. And I don't think I wanna know what that is. I think this is too much onion. That's what I think too, Abdul, but I'm hoping it'll cook down and shrink in volume. And we are also cooking enough, I mean, you'll see the end product. I've got about, how many pieces of chicken am I making? Let me look here really quick. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I'm sorry for burping. How rude of me. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of forgot to cut the meat right now, so that's what I'm doing. Cut as in after shearing it, cutting it into smaller pieces that we're gonna fry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got around 8 pieces of chicken. Like, and I say pieces, I mean like when you imagine the big things like katsu, that's what we're working with. So, yeah, it's a lot. I think it's supposed to be this much onion. So when I think of like eating curry, I don't think, you know, it's mainly just onion, and then you've got little chunks of potatoes and carrots kind of thrown in there, but nothing crazy. Yeah, like the water's like seeping out of these. It's actually getting way more, taking up way less space, which is great. So no complaints there. What did I miss in chat? Cooldown says, 柔らかくなる状態と思う. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And so he's saying that he thinks it's getting softer or more tender. Sucks so hard getting burnt out. I agree. Gets banned if you comment in English. Ooh, that would be something. Right now I need to practice my listening, so selfishly I'd want that sort of material. You know what? That is good. That is good. Yeah, I'll try to come up with things, because we have learners who want to do more listening, those who want to do reading, and those who want to just learn more about grammar, or even pitch accent. So I'll try to brainstorm some ideas, maybe do a cycle of streams where we touch on each of those. I missed that, damn. It's okay, Sam. There'll always be another opportunity for you to ask, but it is not always ask and you shall receive, because then I could get banned off of YouTube. You can never have too much onion. That's true. I really do love onion. I'm an onion fiend. I feel like if I had to choose to be like any vegetable out there, it'd have to be onion. I don't know about you guys if you have like a... Like people have spirit animals, but they never really talk about spirit vegetables. I'd honestly, if we even went further and had to be processed, I would definitely be an onion ring. Like if I had a spirit vegetable, that would just be me. I don't know about you guys if you have a spirit vegetable. It's getting pretty yawarakai. Pretty tender. I feel like we're almost there. Maybe another few minutes. All right. Don't worry, I'm still here. I've got my phone, just kind of looking at chat, seeing what you guys are up to. Yeah, so that's simmering. You're the star of the show, Onions. What have you say? Tell the world. Wow. Inspiring. How inspiring is that, guys? Listen to what he has to say. Okay, bit's over. I would be the bloomin' onion from Outback. I have seen that. I think they have something similar at Texas Roadhouse. That is really specific, and I love that. I do. That's awesome. I imagine it's the same thing. Okay. My favorite animal, chicken tender. That's good. That's creative. Yeah, it's a staple. Honestly, not a fan of onion rings since I ate 50 in a row. That is very fair. So, bro spitting. Thank you, Duke Boss. Yes, the onions know they speak the truth. That's a nice sound. It kind of is. It's a nice sound. Okay, that looks pretty shinnari. I think that was the word. Whatever shinnari is, I think this is it. So let's see what we have to do. What is a cc? Is that just a milliliter? Let me see, hold on. I mean, it's just gotta... They're basically the same. Okay. じゃがいも、人参に入れて。Hello, Marquette. 玉ねぎを入れて。Yeah, I already did that. Alright, so now I just put in the carrots and the potatoes for another 5 minutes. So let's add those in. And then let's start a timer for 5 minutes. There we go. I think this should work, right? Surely this will work. There's no way I'm gonna bite into this when it's done and it's just gonna be like a hard potato rock. My teeth break. We'll let that heat up for a little bit. It's like a cubic unit, isn't it? Interesting, okay. It's like tender but for vegetables. I don't know what you call a vegetable tender in English. Huh. Yeah, that's true. What would you call it? People say golden, but that's more for like frying it and crisping it up. I don't know. Umaso. Thank you, Lisbeth. We are locked in here. We are trying. Maybe, let me see if I can get a more flattering camera angle so I can actually see you guys. Let's see what we can do here. Because I think it'd be really cool if we could all just see each other. There we go. Let me get behind the camera so I can play some limbo here. This is why, like, you know, I think it'd be cool if I got like multiple cameras. I think that's where I should blow like all my money on. Not rent. Who needs rent? Who needs to pay rent, right? I mean, let's think about it. Who actually needs rent, you know? Nobody. I could live out for free. I could get the Breaking Bad RV, probably live out of that. But, you know, oh my gosh, this is so tall. What the heck? I think we're good. All right. Let me rotate this a little bit. All right. I think tender works for vegetables in English. Want to hear it? My first thought is like a steak. Yeah, I agree for sure. Softened vegetables. Tender is meat to me, just soft, I guess. Yeah, I guess like you could say till like simmered to the vegetables are softened. That's probably the most like natural way. Can I zoom out? Oh yeah. That's probably the best I can do. Okay, you're gonna watch me babysit this pot of wonders. All right, so we have about 2 minutes left before the next step, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what the next step is, so let's go ahead and read that. Let's do some scrolling. Oh, we're almost done. Okay. 水を入れて沸騰したらアクを取りながら蓋をしてあくびのなあくびいやあくび Is that no wait 弱火で15分煮る火を止めてカレールーを入れてルーが溶けるまで混ぜ弱火で10分煮る Okay. Hot take, a good mic is way more important than a good camera on YouTube. That is an actually, I agree with that take, El. I think audio is so important. You can have the best camera, best visuals, but if people can't hear what you're saying or they're too distracted by the sound, then they're gonna not listen to you. Especially in Yowabi. Thank you, AJ. Yeah, and especially for educational channels, which I consider myself entertainment/education. I mean, I've got a lot to say about learning Japanese, so I feel like if I don't have a good mic and people are, you know, it might subconsciously make people think, oh, well, his takes probably aren't that high quality if his mic isn't. You know, who's this guy to tell me with his Logitech mic sounding, All right, let's do... So I'm just looking up. Oh, a cubic centimeter is the same as a millimeter. Okay. Well then. So it's 5 cups. I think I've got a, Oh, there's my Pyrex. So I just gotta put 5 cups in there. Thank you, I know. I'm not yelling at you guys, I'm yelling at my microwave. Oh my gosh. There we go. This is the most random thing, but do you guys ever like scroll on Reels or YouTube Shorts and then like you just hear like the phone alarm, like the iPhone phone alarm, Someone's just making a meme about like having to wake up early and go to work. Like that ruins my night. If I pull that and I hear that sound, my body just goes into shock. This is very dangerous. This is so dangerous. We have so little space to work with. Okay, so it says yowabi. Oh, is that right now? I don't think it is. Let's see.
Yeah, so we put in the water. 沸騰したら. Oh, so once it starts boiling, アクを取りながら蓋をして. Okay, yeah, so it's saying to once it starts boiling to take off the scum off the top and then put on the lid and simmer it on low for 15 minutes.
Okay, so we can put it up back to like chubi, let it get up to simmering. Is my phone at high enough battery to take it so I can read chat? It's at 15%. That's good enough for me. All right. Let's see. This level of jankiness is good, TBH. Glad you like it. Let's see. Next stream, you're just Breaking Bad, the blue crystals with Japanese instructions. Dude, I would love that. I mean, you know the crystals on set are just candy, right? We could totally do a stream like that where I just make crystals. I'd have to get around that. I wouldn't want YouTube to think I'm actually cooking, you know, the good stuff, but that would be pretty fun, honestly. I've always wanted to do that. Eat crack on stream. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. The algorithm might flag it. Honestly true, I have a 200-pound mic, but like a 5-pound webcam. Yeah, wait, I meant dollars. Oh, dude, you just doxed yourself. Ooh. I didn't even, Glup, if you hadn't sent that second message, I would not know about I was still thinking in weight. I was like, wow, I wonder why your mic is so heavy. Anyways, I mean, yeah, it's weird because like most cameras out there actually aren't that bad. It's just like, if you have super good audio and like a decent webcam, it's honestly fine. Like my earlier YouTube videos were filmed on my iPhone and my mic was pretty bad, so it still kind of like matched that quality. But imagine if I had like this mic's pretty decent. I like to think, I can't hear it right now, but I like to think it's pretty good. And the camera's good. So like everything kind of lines up all right, but like I would much rather have good audio than like a good camera. Because like imagine you have like the best looking camera, but your mic's echoey and it's like, it sounds like 2008 and it's like, it kind of just isn't worth it. But just my take. Never set your alarm as a song you like because you'll start to hate it really fast. Yes, that or you sleep through it. I had this thing where I'd set the default iPhone alarm and I got so used to it that I actually just started sleeping straight through it without turning it off. My parents would come in 2 hours later and be like, yo, your boss called, why aren't you in work? And my alarm's going off and I was like, ah! So yeah, that's a good point. I like to switch it up sometimes. Logitech mic be like, what did I do? Dude, Logitech gets memed on for how bad their mics are. I mean, let's be honest. Unless you get like a straight up Logitech mic, you're screwed. Because it's like the webcams are so bad. They focused on just getting them out there at an affordable price. I don't know why we're talking about tech stuff, but that's just my take. My webcam is actually Logitech, the one that I have in there, and the mic's pretty bad. I forgot about Aku. Yeah, where did I hear it from? It was like a cooking show. It wasn't Kodoku no Gurume, but I think I was watching, what is it? There's this like Korean cooking show, but they had a Japanese dub for it on Netflix, so I'll have to find it. But it's like white hats versus like black hats, or just like basically you have like the chefs who like own and run restaurants, and then you have the chefs who kind of, you have Michelin chefs, and then you have chefs that just kind of like are in the back cooking, but they're really good. So it was a pretty cool show. I love watching those. Yeah, if you cover that with a lid, it's 100% gonna overflow. I'll be for real for you. You're right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start heating up this pan in the bottom right of the screen. You can kind of see it, and then we're gonna just do a quick pour into there, and that should be that. For sure, I actually just bench my microphone for workouts sometimes. There you go, Glab. That's how it goes. The mic you're using now is surprisingly good for what it is. This is actually attached to this. It's a Rode Wireless Pro, and it's honestly one of my favorite mics. It's pretty high quality. I don't remember how much I paid for it, and I don't want to remember, but it has been good. I use it for like all of my YouTube shorts that look good. Sometimes they're filmed on my phone. Other times I film on my camera and edit them, but yeah. I really do vibe with the camera and the mic setup here that I've gotten. It's kind of been a dream of mine, so yeah. You learned it from Dungeon Meshi. Nice. I still have to watch that. What do you think about those JET program English teacher fellows who don't know Japanese? You know, I'm happy for them. There's a hint of jealousy, but I mean, they know what they wanted and they went for it. Even, they took their opportunities when they didn't know that much or any Japanese, so yeah. So I mean, yeah. Honestly, all the praise to them for making it happen, you know. I personally wouldn't want to get into that though. Like, I would want to go to Japan on my own terms, in a sense that like, when I'm ready to go, I get to choose when. It's not more like I'm gonna find a program and go there because I want to. It's more like I would want to be like conversationally fluent or like good enough at Japanese and then be making enough money to be like, yep, I'm gonna go there now. But yeah. Road is top tier now, so surprising. Yeah, it probably is. I really don't want to go back and look at my receipt because I'm gonna cry. Dungeon Meshi, yes. Are you making it spicy curry or not? Yes, but it's gonna be mild. I like my spice, but I feel like there's a limit, and I don't want you guys to see me cry on stream just yet. I don't think that we're that many streams in yet where I'm comfortable to cry while being live. Oh my goodness. Make sure you buy it piecemeal. This is true. This is true. Okay. It's looking like I haven't even put in the roux yet, and it's looking curry-ish. It's not really simmering yet. Is this hot? It's getting there. I feel bad for those guys. I feel like life as an English teacher in Japan is kind of miserable. Yeah, I've heard stories about it, but I can't speak to it. I've had friends who like coworkers who went to Fukuoka. One of them like taught English there, and he had a lot of fun. But he actually he's probably he's past N2 in a little bit, and so he's pretty good at Japanese. Like, he can have conversations. He enjoys life there. He goes drinking with friends and coworkers, so that's like a whole thing. But I agree. I feel like if you're in Japan and you don't know that much Japanese, you're gonna create a bubble for yourself where it's either you're talking to like other English speakers or you're just not talking to people at all, and that can get kind of depressing. That's kind of how it was my first time I went. The only people I hung out with was my host family because they were obligated to. I mean, they still were really nice, and we loved hanging out with each other. But beyond that, like, I had no motivation to go out and talk to Japanese people because I didn't know any Japanese. And now it's like I'll be on the streets at 2 in the morning with the boys, and we're in like Kabukicho. And don't do this. It's not very safe. But they'll just be like, sometimes guys will walk up to me and be like, "Oh, American," and I'm like, "Yeah, so desu ne." And then we just start yapping, and then we just go to like a bar or something, and it's like we just spend the whole night talking in Japanese. And I can do that now, which is like it feels great. And I think that's the much more like mentally kind of fun and healthy path I want to take, rather than just like going there not knowing Japanese but knowing I kind of vibe with the culture. I feel like once you get deep enough into learning the language, you kind of have to make that decision of like, am I going to keep committing, or was this like fun while it lasted? Seems like everyone here is very passionate and they've chosen to commit, and you guys all seem like passionate learners who want to, of course, engage with the Japanese culture and maybe even go there someday and live there, who knows. But yeah. Perfect option, I would do the same, mild. Yep, mild curry is the best. And sorry, just checking on something. Yeah, mild is like great. It's I love spicy stuff, but at the same time, you don't want to let the spice overwhelm the flavor, because then it just ruins everything. Like, I love curry, and I love what is it called? Mapo tofu. I love like mapo. I know it's mapo tofu, but like in Japanese, I think it's like mapo tofu. And there's a really good place near, like just outside of Akiba. There's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here, but there is a there's different levels. There's a challenge at this one place, and it's just, if you just look up like mapo豆腐, it's like just outside of Akiba. There's like easy, there's mild, there's hard, and then there's 10 times, 20 times, 30, 40, 50, and then from 50 it jumps up to 100 times spice. And there's all these descriptions in Japanese, and I think the rough translation of like 100 times is like a spice that transcends the borders of this world. And I was like, dude, I gotta try that. So my friend and I went one night, and we walk in there, pulled up our big boy pants. We each had some milk from the konbini, like we were ready, dude. So we walk in there, they serve us our bowls, and the steam hits our eyes, and immediately it just starts burning. But we don't let that phase us, no. So here we are with our rice and mapo豆腐. We take our first bite with the rice. It tastes really good, super easy. And then about 5 seconds later, it feels like there's just like wasps stinging the inside of your mouth. So we took as many bites as we could until we stopped, and then we ran to the train station, ran into the same bathroom stall, and I vomited first, and then he followed suit. And then we decided that we cannot handle spice to a certain extent. So yeah, the evil tofu. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I think it's like evil wizard tofu or something. I think Gleb is on this. Bro, Gleb, you'd be good at freaking. I feel like you'd be good at GeoGuessr if we limited it to Japan. That would be a fun stream too, man. Look at you guys coming up with these great ideas. This is getting really hot, so I will read chat in just a sec. I'm gonna turn this off, and we're gonna see surface tension. Do your thing. Woo! That steam is strong. That like burned my fingerprints off. That was really hot, but we got it in there. Whew. Oh my god, my fingers. Give me 1 second, guys. That was actually that was really hot. I tried to persevere and look cool there, but my fingertips are kind of burning. Okay. Oh, let me get a lid for that, because I have to cover it, that's right. Ugh. Okay, let's see. The step says,
ふとしたらアクを取りながら蓋をして弱火で15分煮る。
So 15 minutes. Do I even have any scum to get off of here? I feel like I don't. I mean, I'll try to get some of the scum off of here, but it looks pretty good. We'll put it in this bowl and do a timer for 15 minutes. All right, chat, what's going on? Oh, let's bring it down to Yowabi. I feel bad for those guys. I feel like life as an English teacher in Japan is kind of miserable. That's how I feel too, but I could be wrong, and I'm sure for a lot of them, they're perfectly complacent with it, and they have fun with it, and they enjoy it, so teach their own. Perfect, yeah, mild, yep. Don't ever feel like think I'm fluent enough to actually live there, and I'll just have to bite the bullet at some point and go. That's exactly what you gotta do. I mean, you won't know until you try, essentially. That's kind of how it goes. Yeah, have you done a trip there before, Gleb? Like, have you been to Japan before? Like, done like language exchanges to an extent? How much of the recipe do you understand? So far, there's probably been about 6 words I don't know. So take it for what it's worth. Probably around 80%, 85. Sam says, I feel like most of them go there otakus and reality check the hard way. I have heard stories on Reddit about that. Duke says, what is having a host family like? I've been considering spending a summer there. It's really fun. Most host families are put into this like program where... Alright, calm down there. You ain't gotta boil over like that, bro. Dang! Dang! Okay, sorry, I'm getting interrupted. They're given... Sorry, that's gonna bother me. Let me step away for a sec. Okay, so they're given like a stipend usually that they have to spend, right? So sometimes they'll be like, hey, host family, here's like, it's a lot of water. That's probably better. They're like, here, host family, here's, I don't know, $500 for like the month. Go, this is specifically for you to go out and like treat your homestay members like, you know, to meals and to trips and like let them see these things in your local city. So yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it. For me, it was a lot of fun, especially the second time around when I knew a little more Japanese. And then even the third time, I actually went last December. So I did the homestay back when I was in high school. I went back this last December after graduating college, and I just visited that same host family when my Japanese was much better, and I found it to be a lot of fun. So it's great because you can stay like in touch with your host family, and then like they're lifelong friends. Like I almost consider my host mother like literally like another mother. Like she's so sweet. But yeah. How did you learn Japanese? I started in high school. I studied through Genki 1 and 2 and then Tobira Gateway to Advanced to build a lot of vocabulary that I honestly didn't need. And then I immersed and burnt out and then immersed the right way using today's sponsor, Migaku. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, so I just did like a lot of sentence mining and I started with like really easy shows that I liked. So one example is Ishukan Friends, which is like 1 week Friends, I guess, is a good example translation, I guess. But yeah, just like slice of life anime, real easy vocab, and I would just save words from it. And then as my vocab went up and up, I was able to watch more intense stuff, more kind of complicated animes, which kind of led me to Meitante Conan. I've been able to watch Dandaran, really good anime. Some of the more mainstream ones out now, I'm able to more comfortably watch without looking up too much, which has been pretty nice. And that's pretty much it. You just watch more and more Japanese stuff and save words from it, and your vocab gets better, and you learn how to use the words. Yeah, but I totally came with the idea. It wasn't you. It wasn't you, eh? Yeah. Thank you, Glep. Mapo tofu also has a lot of Sichuan peppercorns in it, so which causes a really weird spicy numbness in your mouth at all. Oh, I see, Glep. Okay. Yeah, I love Sichuan peppercorns though. Like Sichuanese food is really good, and you're not simmering anymore. But whatever. Sichuan food is so good. I love Sichuan cuisine. You put some chocolate in the curry. Do people do that? I've never heard of that. No, I've never been. I really like to though. I think I'll go on a trip this year. Go for it. That would be sick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, please let me know. If you guys ever plan on going to Japan in the near future, I'm probably going to be up there this winter, so if you guys want to do some meetups, let me know. How did you sign up for a homestay? So when I did it in high school, it was actually, so I did something called Japan Bowl. So it's like Quiz Bowl, right? Which is a competition that tests you on your knowledge of the Japanese history, culture, and language. And my team did good enough to get a free trip to Japan. And through that program, I think it's called the CIEE program, they had set up this whole homestay thing. I would look online if you're going to do it outside of college and high school, or if you're just going to do it on your own. But I would honestly see if you're in university or high school, go to your school, see what's up, or even in your school system and see if they have any active programs. Because if you're a student that wants to go to Japan, there's pretty good chance that there's a student in Japan who wants to go to America. So you guys can kind of do a little switcheroo. So yeah, I just kind of signed up through the program after doing good at Japan Bowl. But once again, I think ask your university through the study abroad program, and if that's not an option, I would just look online. There's some good forums about it on Reddit for studying abroad or just like abroad in Japan. So when's the next video, bro? I'm uploading a video next week. I have an interview with the 7 Stop. We're going to be busting some Japanese myths. So just a little sneak peek on that. Really excited to put that one out. He's pretty much fluent in Japanese. He's passed the N1 with like a perfect score almost. So yeah, you can kind of listen to anything he says. He knows what he's doing. Do you plan on learning any languages other than Japanese? Yes, I want to learn Tagalog or like Cebuano, because my fiance is Filipino and she has family from there. So I get to see her family a lot, and I'm planning to visit the Philippines at some point. So I want to be able to learn a little bit of language at least, so I can kind of be like, ooh, look at me, like I can kind of speak your language a little bit. It's really bad, I'm bad at it, but I can do it. So that's the one I want to learn and eventually get maybe fluent at. Oh yeah, it's delicious. I love Sichuan food. Yes, Elsper, you know exactly where all the good stuff is. gotta tell you, I like to go back and rewatch shows I already watched without subtitles. Maybe that's just me though. No, I like to do that too. What I'll actually do is I'll like listen to like a Japanese episode at work. Because here's the deal, like I work in a cubicle, right? So I'll have anime out, I'll turn it on, and I'll like, make sure no one saw it, and then I'll just go like that. And then like I've got my Bluetooth headphones. I'm listening to like, I don't know, some of the most questionable anime known to man. Not really. I have good taste, I promise. And yeah, I just listen. And then that night, I'll go back and watch the episode and then turn on subtitles for any words I missed and mine from those and save those sentences to flashcards. Then the next day, I'll come back and listen to it a third time. I guess a second time because I watched it once. And then I'll just listen. And then I find it's easier to understand the words and it kind of helps reinforce it in my brain. But yeah, that's a totally valid approach, Gleb. I think that's how we do it. I put chocolate in my chili. It helps enhance the depth of the flavor. Really? This is my first time hearing about this. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That might be where it's at. That might be the move. I don't know if I have chocolate right now. Hold on, says maybe I'm too old. No. How old are you? You know, should I ask that? Is that rude? You're definitely not of that age where if I ask you how old you are, you're rude. There's no way. Don't tell me you're like 60. Nothing wrong being 60, by the way, guys. I'm actually well on my way to turning 60 next year, so that's a joke. Attaboy, thought maybe you could still comment. We're gonna gloss over that comment, cool down, but I appreciate the. How do I respond to this without getting canceled? You know what? Cool down. I'm just gonna say, great comment. Moving on. My Taekwondo instructor when I was younger was from the Philippines. His name was Archimedes. Cool dude. That's really cool name. Cool dude. Dang. I feel like Taekwondo instructors or any martial art instructors are just really chill, like really chill dudes and gals. It's pretty nice. I've been interested in Tagalog too for a while, but I just like how it sounds. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I know, it's a cool language, it's a cool place. The food's great. I love Filipino food. Oh my god. I like sisig and what else is there? I mean, there's a lot. I just don't know by name. But there's like this crispy pork you can pick at and eat, which is also technically sisig, but there's another thing. Pancit is really good, but yeah. Not allowed to wear earbuds at work because it's dangerous, unfortunately. Really? Oh, right, that's right, Cool Down. We are the same age, aren't we? Yeah, if I were to do a study or exchange program now, I would honestly just Google and we can look together, bro. We can. I'm not allowed to wear earbuds at work because it's dangerous. Oh, do you work near like mechanical, like machines and stuff? Like a shop floor? I might learn Mandarin after 10 or so years later. Ooh, okay. I respect the hustle. I see a lot of Japanese learners want to go into like Korean or Mandarin next. Mandarin more so because you already know like a good deal of the kanji to an extent. So that's a pretty good take. 24, so we are the same age. Cool down knows what's up, low key. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is a interesting conversation for sure. Dan, you guys are oh, come on. I wish I would open up a Jollibee where I live. Yeah, in Warehouse. Oh, I got you. I wish I'd open up a Jollibee where I live. Yeah, Jollibee, I've actually never been. There's some down back at where the other spot that I live at / visit a bunch, so I haven't been yet, though. I feel kind of guilty. Okay, so while this is simmering, let's read the next steps. Okay. So it says... 鶏胸肉に語力粉語りき粉 I don't know. 語りき粉. We're gonna go with that, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Lots of heavy vehicles. You're 27. Nothing wrong with being whatever age you are. It's just the vernacular, the youngins these days, man. No, but yeah, it just means we're wiser. We've got more experience under our belts. Hakarikiko. That's also old 2020. Yeah, I did too. And now here I am. I'm gonna be 25 soonish. Tokitamago pankoma busu. All right, well, we got a couple minutes, so here's what I'm gonna do. So what we've got to do essentially is coat the, let me tango under here. I'm going to go off camera for a second. So we've got to take the chicken, we have to coat it in flour, then we have to coat it in panko. No, sorry, flour, eggs, and then panko, and then fry it. That is the move. So, what we're gonna do now, let's get on. We're gonna lay all that out. Gonna lay it out for all the marbles. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to plug everything in. I've got a fan on my camera that I'm charging because it keeps this thing cool. All right. Let's see. Feel like that's good. All right. Yeah, let's clean up a little bit and re-chat while we do it, of course, because I got to keep talking to you guys. So about to jump into Chinese from Japanese. I think I'd like to learn Taiwanese Chinese since they still use traditional characters too. Oh yeah, and if you go to Taiwan, my friends put me on some really good food there. I haven't been to Taiwan, but we went to Okinawa, and there's a lot of Taiwanese people and like restaurants set up there. So I mean, go for it. You're getting into a lot of fun over there. There's Japanese guys on Hello Talk who are over 70 and they're so awesome and kind. This is true. Can't tell if that's sarcasm or not. I've met a few kind Oji-sans, and I've heard of other Oji-sans who are too kind on Hello Talk, if you catch my drift. But yeah, lots of emojis too. I think it's like, there's a specific term for it, but like the way that Oji-sans talk specifically. They just use traditional Chinese in Hong Kong. Oh, that's right. You're 25 this year. I'm actually 25 next January, so yeah. I wish I had old dudes on Hello Talk, but there's only girls on there. Oof, that's unfortunate, Gleb. I'm so sorry you have to deal with that. My condolences. When I get old, when I become an old man, Gleb, I'll get on Hello Talk just for you. That sounds really weird. Alright, also the timer's almost done for the curry, so let me see. Okay, so stop the heat, mix in the curry roux, and then once it melts, cook on low for another 10 minutes. Yeah. No, for real. Yeah, okay. I have seen that. They do, yeah. There's some sweet old guys on there. This is very true. Hey, a good point, man. All right, let's get in here. Let's get nice and personal. Zoom in on that delicious looking beast of a pan. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep the curry warm while we cook the chicken. But yeah, and it looks like my Mac is getting low on batteries. Let me plug this bad boy back in. It is working on overtime to keep the stream going. Rice still cooking. Rice is done cooking apparently, but I've also got to make, so this is the curry that we're doing right now, and I'm putting the roux in here in a second. Actually, I got to put it in right now. So I'm putting the roux in. I'm gonna mix it in and melt it. We're doing the whole box, and once that goes in, I'm gonna start coating all of the meat to get ready for frying. So that'll be fun. This looks good. It's a lot of onion, I will admit. This is a lot of onion, but I think we're on the right track. All right. Let me get out. Let me mix. So now we're just gonna mix it until it melts. When I became an old man, when I turned 25. Okay, cool down. Come on, man. We don't need the shade for that. You're so mean. Yum. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we don't know yet. It could be the most vile amalgamation known to man. We're not too sure on that one yet, but I am hoping it is going to be you gotta put me on these old dudes platonically. Thank you for specifying, Gleb. I would have been worried if you didn't. One girl said, "Meow, your muscle is beautiful." That's crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, Hello Talk's an interesting platform. There's cool people on there, and then there's people who treat it like a dating app, which is an interesting use for it for sure. But yeah, I found a lot of cool Discord servers through Discord where there's like Japanese people, either just like literally Japanese gaming servers, or they're specifically language exchange. So there's like actual Japanese people who are like, you know what, I want to speak in English, but I also want to speak in Japanese to like, you know, go back and forth with some English speakers. So it's cool. Don't worry, I'm 25 in August. Ooh, who you calling Onk then? Oh, you didn't call me Onk. It was someone else. It was Gleb, but still. 25 isn't old. Thank you, Souffle. See, guys? 25 is young. Full of energy and life and hope and dreams. I feel like no age is old. Come on, guys. We're all just... Actually, it's not true, but... I'm just trying to be nice and inclusive here, you know? Why isn't my curry melting? It's kind of melting. I'm just gonna like, if I don't do this step right, I'm gonna get a very salty bite of just pure curry roux out of nowhere, and that's gonna be very depressing for me, I feel like. I've learned a new word. Tamanegi. Nice. Tamanegi. Yes, onions. You know, I still don't understand though, like, does tamanegi refer to just white onions, yellow or purple, or is it like generic? Because when I was shopping for this yesterday, it just said like tamanegi, and I saw like sweet yellow onions, and I saw white onion. I got white onions because I think they're more neutral flavored, but still, yeah, it was, I don't know, because we just kind of say onions, and then sometimes we'll specify with yellow onions, and yeah, I don't think anyone says murasaki tamanegi. Yeah, no one says like murasaki tamanegi. I feel like I've never heard that. But I don't know. I don't know. I love Hello Talk. It's fun to do the voice to practice speaking. Heck yeah. I'm 36, so yeah, 25 is young. Comparatively, 36 is still young, man. You had your whole life ahead of you. An old salaryman brought his ponzu bottle. Oh wait, sake bean, not ponzu. Sake bean bottle to help me learn kanji. That's crazy, dude. That's actually awesome. Don't burn your arm, you're making me nervous. All good, thank you for worrying, but we're good. I think we're good. I think the curry's melted. Let's get a zoom in here, guys. That looks pretty like... That looks like curry. I think we did it. I think we made curry. I mean, well, we still have to simmer it for another 10 minutes on low, but... That looks pretty curry-y to me, guys. I don't know. I'm no expert, though. All right. Let that get to heat, and then we'll start the timer. Okay, let's reach out a bit, and we'll get on to getting that chicken ready for frying. Akai tamanegi. Really? Do you want to move to Japan? Yes, I do, but listen. I don't want to work at a Japanese company because of black kigyo, and also just Japanese work culture and nomikai. So essentially, for someone who's not familiar, so black kigyo is like a Japanese company, and on the outside it's like, oh yeah, it's cool. Oh wow, I'm super zoomed in. This is really awkward. I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable. That's worse. You're just seeing my Adam's apple in all its glory. Okay, so real talk, like Braku Kigyo is like companies in Japan that look pretty chill on the outside, and then like once you get in for like the first few days or week, they're like chill, they're like, you know, a cool work environment. And then you keep getting assigned more and more work until it piles up and you're doing like ridiculous weeks. I'm talking like 60 minimum, but like 100-hour weeks sometimes. They're getting even worse. And then you'll go to like a nomikai, which is like an after work, your boss invites you for drinks and you have to say yes. And if you don't, then, well, no one says no because that's not how you're supposed to respond in that situation. So you go to the nomikai and then you're going home after, and then there are times when you'll stay out till like 2 or 3 in the morning and you have to work the next day. They're typically on Fridays, but there are times when it's earlier in the week. And I've seen cases where like even after getting off of work, so like you'll get called back in the middle of the night and just like ridiculous stuff like that. So very unethical. And it's not even just that, it's also just like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm built, I don't know if I'm built that way to like function in like a technical atmosphere in Japan. Especially, I don't think my language skills are good enough for that sense, but I'd love to move there, go out to the Inaka, keep making videos on how to study Japanese, and also like, you know, maybe just vlogs, but like in Japanese, in Japan, doing this and that. That's kind of my dream, is like, I want to do different themed vlogs. So like, if people want to learn more about renting stuff, I might do a video where I go camping in Japanese, but oh, first I have to rent equipment and rent a car, but I'm doing it all in Japanese, and you know, stuff like that. Because I don't see too many videos like that where people are kind of doing comprehensible input in Japanese, but they're also a Japanese learner. I guess it's not as reliable, but I want to get to a level where people can trust my Japanese for those sorts of content, and I feel like I kind of have a chance to go that way and kind of have fun in Japan and make a lot more content. So yes, in short, yes, I want to move there, but I don't know if I want to work there, if that makes sense. It does sound very like angsty, like, oh, I want to go to Japan, but I don't want to work there, but yeah, that's pretty much my answer. So, let's see. 紫玉ねぎがいい. I fear the voice. Glad. Do you use Japanese in your work as a cybersecurity analyst? No, we do have some Japanese locations, but I've been too nervous to reach out to them. I don't really have a reason to. The most I use it for is like, there are documents in English and like every other language because we have so many different like language speakers. But I'll sometimes choose the Japanese version and read it for practice, but that's pretty much it. W curry, never have curry. No way you've never had curry. You need a taste test. You're right. You're right. It's got to simmer for 10 minutes and then I'll taste test and we'll see how good it's looking. I worked at a Japanese company as an interpreter and was working 15 hours a day, walking 15 steps. No way. The Genjon hated it. No, the Genban hated it. No way. 15K steps with no Zangyo. No. Zangyo Shito? I actually don't know how to read that one. I'm gonna be honest. I know Zangyo. I have to look this up now. This is going to bother me. Teate. Teate. Oh, salary. Okay. Okay. Wow. I like sake, so the nomikai doesn't sound bad to me. That's true. You still have to do like put on a face at the nomikai. It's weird. Cause like you're not working, but you're around coworkers, so you kind of have to like, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not trying to speak like I know all of this stuff. It's just more, it's through hearsay. For the drink after work, can't you just lie and say you don't drink or can't drink for medical reasons? That's true. That's true. I wonder how like they respond to that. If there'd be like some retaliation or like, if they just be like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. I wonder. But I think there's this inherent need to like connect with your coworkers, so I feel like the FOMO would kick in and you definitely feel it during the day at work, but I don't know, and I don't want to find out. I'm studying game art at the moment. I feel like that kind of job in Japan would be difficult. Oh, that's true. I know Square Enix has a big building in Shinjuku that I stayed across the street from. So I mean, they got the Konami and Capcom, and there's chances there, but definitely, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure if you build up a good portfolio, like they'd be pretty tempted to take you in. Let me stand more on this side. I plan to work and live there. That's why I'm learning language in the first place. Nice. That's a good reason. I think you got it. 25K steps a day work that's not bad. That's not bad. That's good. That's healthy. You're being healthy. Are you simmering? We're just gonna say that you're simmering. Hold on, let me mix this a little bit. We're gonna say this is simmering. I'm gonna start the 10-minute timer now. And we are gonna get on that. Okay. Reading a few more chats here before we get on the chicken. What do you think about IT in Japan? Not Japanese work culture, but perspectives, concurrency, etc. I think Japan's good in terms of IT. From what I've seen, there's not too many like information leaks or like cyber attacks on the companies there, so it's pretty safe to work there. Like you're not gonna lose your job. So it's I mean, yeah, not just Japanese work culture, but perspectives, concurrency. Yeah, I don't know. I think with IT also, the jobs there I've heard are like not as run and gun and intense as what we have here. A lot of people want American info, right? So like where I work, we get so many, like dozens, not even dozens. I think we get like thousands of like pings on our service for people trying to attack and infiltrate and steal information. But for what I've seen and heard, especially from people who moved to Japan for IT, there's not as much of that sort of rate of attacks on systems over there because there's not as much valuable information. I'm not trying to say America's cooler than Japan. I'm just saying literally we have a bigger population. There's more data here. Also politics, which I don't want to get into, but yeah, so I don't know. It's a cool job security. It's definitely a bit more mellow in terms of like working there, I feel like, and yeah, they're in a pretty good spot. Good technology and good data safeguards, but not too many attacks. That's enough geeking out, but that's my thoughts. Have a good evening. Enjoy your inner. Natanya. Bye, Jason. Thank you for hopping in and joining. Appreciate it. I thought it was called communication. Yeah. Nomikai is the meeting. Sorry, nomikai is like the meeting, like the culture behind meeting, and then nomunike. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Communication is like the way that Japanese people bring out their true selves more and like to talk, and they become way more talkative when they're under the influence. At least that's my understanding. It'd be great if we got a Capcom or something, but it's competitive. I've heard that. Yeah, Nintendo. Ooh, Nintendo's greedy with their freaking copyright and their IPs. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how it would be to work at there. Love to work at From Software. Ooh, that is a good one. You work in IT and it's brutal, especially the past few years. Ooh, what's your position? Like, what tower are you in IT? Kind of curious. You want to be in Kojima Productions? Long way to go from. No, dude, you got it. Kare mo tsukutta. Hi, Mystica. Welcome, welcome to the stream. We have made it. However, let me pan over here so you can see. There. Oh no, I'm about to unscrew my camera. I still don't know how to use this thing. There's our curry. However, I need to make the. Sorry for grunting in the camera. I'm like trying to lock in here. We need to make the chicken. I have been yapping with you guys, and as much fun as it is, I know that you guys are here to read some Japanese recipes and also to cook, right? That's what we're here for. We're here because we want to cook and we want to make some yummy food. So here we are. I'm trying to, oh, I see what I have to do. Give me 1 second, guys. There, now do I know how to use a camera? Surely I know how to use a camera. Surely. So I go like that. There we go. That's a good angle here. Okay, let us begin. We've got all this space here. Let me clean up a little bit. So my plan here is I've got a tray. Oh, there it goes. It's simmering. Now I can do a timer. Okay, let us do the chicken. Let's get a tray going. So, the next step says, let us read it out together.
鶏胸肉に薄力、薄力、薄力粉 I don't know anymore. 溶き卵、 パン粉をまぶす。
Okay. So yeah, we're literally gonna coat it in flour, then egg, then panko. So we've got panko right here. And then we've got flour. Some pretty good brands here, okay? Pretty good brands. And then we've got the tamago. So let me go ahead and whisk some tamago up. Let me tamago it up in here, you know? Wash this out. I think I want to use this Pyrex. We're just going to crack some eggs in here. I'm not really sure how many I want to use yet, but we will see. Back end or front end? I've been doing a lot of script writing for work, so I like back end more. I like writing processes. I'm not too big on the UI design. It's not really my forte. What about you? Alright guys, I'm gonna show you how to crack eggs with one hand. Actually, I wonder if I can do this. Oh, and let me do it over a paper towel. Because we're hygienic, we're clean people. And then we'll do the taste test soon. The curry's gonna be done here in about 10 minutes, so I'm trying to see how quickly we can get this going. All right, there we go. I think 4 eggs out of, let's do a 5th. No, I don't want to waste anything. Let's see how well that fares. So I think we'll be good with that. Okay, next we've got, oh my goodness. Also, I feel like the music stopped. Guys, is it a little awkward in here or is that just me? There we go. I think we'll be good with that. I don't know why the... Okay. Next, we've got... You guys can see the picture of the thumbnail. I feel like the music stopped. Guys, is it a little awkward in here or is that just me? Huh. You know what? That's okay. We'll deal with it later. We're getting real here. There we go. Let me whisk up these eggs now. So the plan here is, according to, I'm back on this. No, okay, we're good. All right. We're gonna, interesting ASMR. So yeah, we're gonna whisk these eggs. We're gonna coat up our meat. Get the flour, eggs, and panko, and those will be ready to fry. Okay, that has been mazerud. All right, let's see what we got next. W grunt at the camera, thank you. Be Nintendo copyright lawyer, they probably pay them millions, probably. Been slacking on my immersion recently. That's all good. If you just gotta pick it up a bit, that's fine. Just make sure you don't burn yourself out. That is the most important part. I bet all that money goes to the higher ups though, probably. There's a lot of old heads at Nintendo, this is true. Okay, let me hop on the meat here, not in a weird way. That was probably the weirdest, oh God. That was the weirdest combination of words I could have said regarding meat. I am so sorry, everyone. Oh dear, okay, I'm gonna come under this wire and get a bowl. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so we've got big blue bowl. I think we're gonna go ahead and add in, what is it? It's flour. So I think the flour can be a smaller ball. Let me come under this wire once again. We'll just do another big bowl. The bigger the better. No, Gleb, I meant hop on the meat as in like get working on it. All right, never mind. I'm not even gonna try to explain myself because it's just gonna dig a deeper hole. Okay, let's go ahead and get down to business. It really wants me to. That was tragic. You probably can't see it, and if you can, then you understand my pain, but there's flour on my counter and on the floor. Luckily, not that much. That was a little sad, though. It was a little tragic. No! Alright, we're gonna have to wash the good old. Hello. Hello. You guys should be able to hear me now. And if you can't, let me know. Looks like my mic decided to cut out. Hello. Hello, chat. Hello, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me talking? Sorry guys, it looks like my... I don't even know what happened there. I think I laid a bit too much on the button there, and it decided to turn off. Anyways, we're back. Okay, sweet.
Hello, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me talking?
Sweet. Okay. Good to know. Okay. We got some meat there. I think. Wow, we really cooked up a lot more than we thought. It's like 8 pieces here, dude. It's a lot of meat. All right. Take a second here. Yeah. Anyways, since I was muted, let me just read a bit more of these.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
All right. Oh, Tokustano. No, sorry about that. Yeah.
We got some meat there.
Okay. Well, we're back with the audio, so apologies for that, chat. We are locking in here, coating the meat here. It is looking, and I will show y'all. Katsu! It's not cooked. Maybe we're cooked, chat. Sorry, I've just always wanted to say that. All right. Laying out the meat on the tray. We're not going to bake it. I'm actually going to do it in oil, of course, because that's kind of the way you're supposed to, but just wanted to make some space. Okay, let me turn my stream down. So it's not, people left, that'll happen, low attention spans and all. Yep, that's fine. I don't mind if people left, as long as the real ones stick around. Yes, here, hello from Hungary. Hi, Boney, hello from Hungary. Hello from the middle of America. Thank you for tuning in to our stream where we try to cook using a Japanese-only recipe. I like to say it's going well so far. I feel like we all, I mean, I didn't really help chat. I helped a little bit maybe, but chat's been helping me understand some of the words here in the recipe. For anyone joining who can't, who wasn't here for the context, in the top left are the steps of the recipe we're following right now. So if you want to kind of stay up to date on those, they're right there. All right. Well, it's soy. This is like very repetitive. So, I don't know. Feeling very Hungary watching the stream. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. I like that's good. Yeah. Do you guys have any go-to Japanese meals that you guys like to cook? This one I like to make a decent amount, but it's definitely been a while. So, only the real ones watch a muted stream. You're so right. Thank you for catching that. I would not have caught that. But all right. We got a few more pieces here. Few more, and then we're good, and we're in a good spot. And I'm gonna have to plug my phone in soon. It's like I have like one charger to share between like 2 devices, so it's really just I'm just trying to juggle that. Let's get the rest of the meat in the flour here. Should be the last of the pieces. And with that, we will be cooking with gas soon. Technical electricity, but you know the phrase. This flour is really soft. Huh. What's the population from Hungary? I almost never see anyone from Hungary. That's a great question. You made something similar, katsudon. Oh, nice, dude. I love katsudon. I've made that one too. 10 million. Ooh. Do you guys have any cuisine you're known for in Hungary? Do you have any favorite meals? I ask because I've been so immersed in like Japanese food recently that I feel like it's unfair. Like I'm creating this bubble and I really got to get out there and try more food and learn more about other cuisines. Because I know there's so much more yummy stuff out there for me to like experience. So I don't want to limit myself to just like, ooh, ramen and katsu and sushi, you know. But hey, that's just me. That is just me. All right. I accidentally mute myself all the time, so I'm ready for that. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm quite clumsy myself. We are gonna redo the camera angle here in a second once I'm done with these, so we can actually get some face-to-face, because I understand it's not as, it's probably not as immersing to just be looking at a pair of hands just grabbing at raw chicken. But hey, you know, we're trying. And we're almost done. We're almost done. All I gotta do is dip these things in some hot oil, let them sit there for just a little bit, and we are ready to eat, do the taste test, and review the recipe. Okay. My fingers feel numb because there's just like, it's kind of gross. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I almost, oh, nope, oh, my mic. My mic wanted to fall into the bowl to get some of that ASMR. You know what, Mike? You want ASMR? Here you go. Is this what you wanted? Is that what you wanted? There we go. That's the ASMR. Dude, my mic actually just made a jump. I'll clip that. If someone doesn't clip that, I'll clip it later. My mic just took a swan dive into my bowl of raw chicken. That is so tragic. I'm gonna have to wash the heck out of that mic later. All right, down to business. I've just finished dipping all the chicken and getting that ready, so let me wash my hands and then we will pivot over there. Oh my God. I love cooking, but it can get a little messy sometimes, as most of you probably know. That flour really wants to stick to my hands right now. Oh my goodness. I'm busting out the sponge. Never thought I'd be using a sponge on my hands like it's like a plate, but here we are. Okay, hands are clean. Everything's ready. Gyutan, I love gyutan. For me? All right, it looks like we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. My I think I tripped over a wire. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is tragic. All right. Let's see, Mike's receiving there. We're back, we're back. Oh my gosh. Guys, I absolutely tripped over a cable. I am so sorry. I got really excited for this part. So, we have finished rice. We have nice steaming hot curry. And as you can see, we've got something reminiscent of katsu sitting on this tray. So all we have to do is I'm gonna get my pot, I'm gonna rinse my pot really quick. We're gonna put a little bit of oil in there, get this stuff crisped up, and we're good. But of course, we can't do that without reading the final step of the Japanese recipe. So let's read that. You complained about the wires before it came back to haunt you. You're right, I shouldn't have complained. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That was so tragic. I felt something snap and like tug on my leg, and then I look at my phone and or my laptop, and it's just a black screen. I'm staring at my own reflection. All right, so let's pivot back to me now, because I know this isn't all about me, but kind of is. No, I want you guys to have an actual face to talk to and not just, nothingness. So, before we cook off the katsu, we are going to be looking at the final step in the Japanese recipe. So we're going to be reading that off. So let's go ahead, and number 4 is what we just did, I believe. So let's read that really quick.
鶏胸肉に薄力粉溶き卵パン粉を
Mabusu. So that means to coat the chicken in the flour, egg, and panko, which we just did. So let me go to my web page here and scroll down a little bit. That's stream music. We don't want that. Here we go, steps 5 and 6, the final steps. All right, let's read it out, fellas.
Alright. 鍋に底から2センチ2センチ程度のサラダ油を入れて170汁に熱し鶏胸肉を入れて上下に返しながら鶏肉に火が通るまで揚げる。器に温かいご飯カレーを盛り具を乗せます。乗せる。
Okay, so from my understanding, we've just got to put oil, in the pot. Up to 2 centimeters, we'll see if I do that much. And then we'll be good. And then we just got to sit the chicken in there, let it cook through. And we got a thermometer for that, so we should be all good. Yeah. I would like to apologize for the technical difficulties we have been dealing with today, but you guys have been real troopers about it, and I really appreciate you guys letting me know. Let me know when it happens, so I'm not just, you guys aren't sitting there staring at nothingness, because that's not proper entertainment. That's not how I want you to spend your lovely Friday afternoons, morning, night, Saturday morning even, whatever time zone you're in, so yeah. Okay. This is awkward. I don't know what to do with my curry. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm moving my curry. Now we are cooking with gas. All right, let me pivot over here, and we are gonna sit down and watch. Oh, I almost dropped my camera. All right. Yeah, let's move a little closer here so you guys can see. I'm gonna try not to trip this time. Okay. And try not to trip over the only source of video in this entire stream. Okay. So, here's the plan. Where'd my oil go? It's right here. We're gonna pour some oil in, get that up. I'm gonna read chat here in a second so we can see what the people are saying. Okay. So it says around 2 centimeters. I think we'll have to go a little deeper than that. But let's see. I think that's around 2. Let's do, that'll, oops. All right, that's good. That's probably good. Okay. Don't try this at home. I'm just kidding. You should try this at home. Let's see what chat's saying. It's probably like small streamers. Sometimes there's nobody to tell them when they're muted or something. This is true. This is true. At least you didn't break anything. Dude, I would have cried if I broke something. I actually would have weeped. And there goes my mic. As I say that, it falls off. I'm gonna come sit down on in a frame so we can actually have a nice little chat. But first, trying to get my phone over there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep complaining about the wires. It's literally the only thing I can do. Is just complain. Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes something else. Am I just breaking everything? All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna get my phone over here. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. All right, guys, here we are. Plug in right here. Oil's heating up. Okay, Trying to make sure we can kind of get a good frame of both things here. All right, well, I've got the chat right here. I think I'm gonna get a bowl, not a bowl, a plate to place the completed meat. Or no, actually, let me wash the cutting board. All right, just gonna clean up this cutting board so I have something to slice the completed chicken on, and yeah. 도지죠. All right. See, I wash my dishes. I'm a clean fella. Oh. I would hire maids, but I'm good. I can clean myself. So I need to remember not to touch this right handle, because the thing is, the other burners are slightly too small for this stove, but I still have to. Yeah, this one's gonna be really hot. That's okay though, that's what we want. So I'm just cleaning up a little bit more. Just a smidgen. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Okay, well, here we go. Let's see if it's hot enough yet by sprinkling a little bit of panko in there, like fish food. Okay, this is the tactic. We just gotta see if this bubbles up a little bit, and if it does, then we're pretty much good. And let's get a little bit. Okay, so not quite yet. Not quite there. We'll give it a little bit longer to heat up, and we should be in a good spot. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, that was not as difficult as I thought it would be. You gotta get like those attachable pan handles. You're so right. Or just better pots and pans in general. I feel like I've had this one for a while. This is an old fella. Good old reliable. Okay. Well, while that's heating up, let's go ahead and make sure we're good on the final steps here. These should be the last two. So, let's see. 鍋に底から2汁程度のサラダ That is Tato, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. もうサラダ油を入れて170汁に熱し鶏胸肉を入れて上下に返しながら鶏肉に火が通るまで揚げる Okay, yeah, so we're just literally submersing it in the oil, moving it up and down, back and forth until it's fully cooked through. And yeah, that should be it. So, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're ready. Oh yeah, them things is boiling. So, let me use my tongs here. Let's start with one of the larger pieces here. I wonder if it's worth stacking. I think I could stack. Yeah, let's stack one more piece here so we can get done a little bit quicker so we can get on with the taste test. All right, those should cook pretty quick. Hey Jared, just tuned in. How's your day going so far? And more importantly, how's the Katsu progress? Thank you. Day's good. I only got to work a half day today, which is nice. And yeah, nothing crazy happened today. And Katsu's good. We're just deep frying it. The curry and the rice are done. So we're just gonna cut this up real nice and place it on top, and we're good to eat and do a taste test. How is your day going, Shintaro? Do you stream much? I don't think I've seen you live before. Yeah, I don't stream that much. This is actually my second stream. My last one was a live Q&A. where I made like a Discord thread, and then people were asking questions there, and also in the live chat, and we are just talking about like Japanese learning strategies essentially. I want to do more live streams, specifically like breaking down like video game dialogue or this or that, or like even reacting to some like Japanese humor, like maybe meme videos and stuff, and breaking down the language in those, if we can. But I don't know. Yeah, I want to stream more because it's not that I'm getting tired of making videos or anything. I love making videos, but I also feel like with the videos, the only way I get to interact with you guys is through like the comments. Whereas here it's a more live interaction, so I feel like there's a lot more like community building there. So yeah, I definitely want to do more of these. You got a Discord server? Yes, I do. It's in the description. That is if I did my job right. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, it's in the description. Yeah, I did my job. I did it. I'm building communities, Mom. She's probably not watching. That's okay. If you are watching, I love you, Mom. And Dad. They're probably busy. Better things to do than to watch their eldest son cook curry. Should probably temp this. It's 165, right? I think it's 165 for internal temp for Fahrenheit. Chicken in, there's that steak for medium rare. It's 165, yeah. I knew it. I knew it. That's right. I know how to cook. I know how to cook and how to temp things. All right, let's temp the chicken. Let's see how we're looking. Let me tab over to OBS. Okay. So it should be 165. And we are sitting at, I think you guys can see that, whatever that says. All right. $190, $162. That's cooked. That's cooked. All right, let me get down here, get a bowl with some paper towels, and we will take those babies out. That katsu is looking good. I'm actually so surprised. Holy moly, I like cooked something. This is way better than eating frozen meals and takeout. All right, before we cook our next batch, just admire this. Listen to the sizzle. You hear that? Yeah, there you go. I gotta say, that's pretty freaking good. Looks good to me. Let's keep it going. With pieces number 3 and 4. You'll find it. Cheers. Think you're good with replying to YouTube comments though. Yeah, that's true. I just have fun live streaming. It's nice to turn on the camera and just kind of like hang out, just do whatever. I mean, I still plan it out. Like this was planned out. Like I selected the recipe and everything, did shopping. But yeah, no, it's kind of nice because I don't know. It's sort of like just hanging out with your friends, you know? You just kind of mess around, do whatever you want. It's kind of how this is. Just vibing. We're gonna get a little greedy and put more pieces in here. Just like all the tiny, the snips of chicken here. I think we can manage. As long as the temperature of the oil doesn't drop too much. So you can see we are left with just a couple of pieces of chicken left here. So not that much, and then yeah, we'll be all ready. Let me get some more water. What I'm most excited for is slicing the katsu and putting it over on the rice. That's gonna look great. It's gonna be delicious. And well, is it? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I did my job right. I think that's the most telling of how today's recipe stream went. Get a little more water here. Your boy's a little. Yeah, it's weird being around this hot oil. It just makes you just thirsty. All right. Sugoi. It was great to hear. I'm also doing good. I had a busy work day. Now I'm currently winding down after work and getting ready to sleep soon. Europe time zone. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you have a good night, Shintaro. That is great. What time is it in Europe? It's morning there, isn't it? No, you guys are 8. It's an 8-hour difference, so it's past midnight for you. I don't know. I don't know how time zones work. I'm sorry. Sugoi. Thank you, Abdul. You'd be surprised how easy cooking is if you actually just follow the recipe. This is true. And if you follow a recipe enough, you memorize it, and you just kind of go on autopilot, which is kind of nice, because you can call people, you can scroll, you can do whatever while you're cooking, and you just kind of come in and check on your dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever, every once in a while, and it, you know, typically turns out pretty good. It's so satisfying when you slice into the katsu. Yes, it is. I am so hyped for that. Like, we're right there. Let's get this a little bit higher. Go to medium high. Oh yeah. Yep, around midnight. 11 p.m. here. Oh wow. Wow. You guys got any good weekend plans? Whew. Let's see. It's getting there. It's definitely not getting as golden as quickly because I got all these pieces in here, but it is cooking, so we're good. Just got to give it maybe another few minutes here. Oh, I like sitting here. It's nice, but it is a little warm. Just a bit. Ooh. All right, well, you guys know what this looks like, so we're gonna change the angle a little bit here. Oh. Something feels wrong, something feels slanted. I am having so much fun figuring out all this camera work stuff. It's been a blast. But yeah, now you get to hear the sounds of the cooking and the sounds of me yapping. So if that's worth anything. Oh, it is Saturday for Boni, midnight 14. Oh wow. That is late. Got my first Italki lesson on Monday, focusing on actually speaking Japanese since it is the area I'm lacking most. Wow. Way to take initiative, man. That's great. Let me know how that goes. You're gonna go out a little with your girlfriend, get some food and whatnot. Nice. Are you guys both from the Europe time zone? Are you guys both from Europe? I'm kind of curious what the go-to hangout spots and like restaurants and chains are around there. I feel like every country kind of has its staples. All right, come on. You can do this. Temp. It says 165, and I just clipped my mic off again. Hold on. Okay. Very cool. Let us actually temp the meat now and see what we're looking at. Around 140 actually, so we'll let that sit for a bit longer. All right. All right, you, my friend, are cooked. Let's get you on there. All right. I feel like restaurant chains are pretty similar everywhere. Yeah, that's true. I think my guilty pleasures are like Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, occasionally Chipotle. Those are kind of my, I don't know, I go there way more often than I should. For sure. Nando's, that sounds so familiar. Is that like an Italian place? I'm not quite familiar, so I'm asking. All right, let's see. Got some tinier pieces in here. I'm gonna see if they're at temp right now. Well, you're definitely ready. This looks like a chicken nugget. This one legitimately just looks like a chicken nugget. All right, let's temp you. What are you at, bad boy? 169, that is 4 temps above cooked, or 4 degrees. All right, I just tore that off. Let's see what you're at. Okay, Mr. 189. Whew. Yes, Nando's is very good. Really like slim chickens. I don't know if people know that though. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Nando's is South African, I think. I don't know. Huh. Interesting. I've never been to have like South African food before. I might have to come up to Europe and check out Nando's though. That does sound pretty good. Well, the thermometer don't lie. It says that she's at 165, 171. Cooked enough for me. All right. Got a few more pieces of meat in here, and we should be good. Let's get the tiny pieces in there first. I'm probably gonna have to do 2 more rounds here. Let's go with this piece. This is our second to last round, and we'll be good. Let me show you guys the finished katsu though. It's pretty good, right? I mean, how can you not love that? You hear that? How crispy that is? Oh my gosh, that is gonna be busting. We're about to slice those, and we're just kind of letting those rest while we cook up the rest, and I'm gonna slice them open, and we're gonna be doing great. It's gonna be awesome. Wagamama's is pretty popular here, but my Japanese friends tell me it's actually really bad. Huh. Well, it's very Wagamama of that restaurant to think they've got all the good Japanese going on for them, right? Huh. Yeah, dude, I realized how bad that was once I started speaking, so let's just ignore that, but dang, no, that's a bummer. Yeah, I'm sure if you're planning a trip to Japan soon, I mean, you're gonna have a blast once you get there. The food there is great. Especially if you're a fan of seafood and you like some more of that like shinzen, like fresh food, like you're gonna get a lot of that over there because you're actually by the bay where the Japanese fishermen are out there like capturing all like the tuna and the salmon, and like it's great. And like the omakase courses at some of like the sushi restaurants there, so worth it. Even their konbini, like the convenience store food is great, which is like, I mean, anywhere you go, I mean, yeah, convenience store food is still convenience store food, but like, I feel like if you had to choose any country to like have convenience store food in, it's gonna be Japan. They have so many options. Like, I would not, on my mother, like, I would never wish this on even my worst enemy to like go into a 7-Eleven and eat one of the corn dogs or hot dogs that have just been slow motion rolling in the heat all day. Like, that's just a giant sad piece of beef jerky at that point, and I don't want that on anyone, but there's nothing like that I can really say about like the convenience stores in Japan. The only things they have that sit out for a while is like oden, which is typically served in the winter. It's like this nice sort of soup-based. They put like fish cakes in there. It's pretty good. I love when Japanese places have the most basic names. I ordered from Taberu one time. No way. I love to go to one of the barbecue places with the grill on the table. Yes. What is it? Yakiniku Life is a good one where you sit by yourself, or like Gyukaku is also like that's pretty much the two like top like yakiniku spots. But yeah, no, that's a chill spot. Taberu is crazy, bro. I ordered from one place. There's like Osaka and Kyoto. Like it's literally just named like the town. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I don't know. The only like, it's weird. Then like Japanese owned places are actually like legitimately good Japanese spots. Like they don't actually sound that Japanese, which you'll notice with stores in Japan. Some of them have like the craziest names. Like I've seen like some reels about it, like in like the underground like shopping malls that are near subways. Just like the clothing stores have like, it almost sounds like a slur, or it's like the weirdest. I don't know. I'll probably put some like in the meme, not the meme channel, but in general later, because oh god, Japanese people are sometimes not the best at naming their stores. I'm gonna be honest. Or they'll try to name it like something that sounds American, but it sounds really insulting. But yeah. Popular sushi chain called Itsu as well. That's pretty funny. Yeah, and I know the popular sushi chain we have here is Kurazushi, but they're pretty much everywhere. The revolving sushi spot. I am a fan of revolving sushi, especially in Japan. They also have Kura sushi there, but it's like actually better and less like Americanized sushi. So it's not like loaded with like crunchy tempura and all this sauce and cream cheese and avocado, which in my opinion is still pretty good. It's just not as like close to the real thing. So, yeah. All right, people flooding in the chat. We're almost done cooking. As you can see, we've got a pretty good amount of, I like to call them gigantic. These look like huge chicken nuggets. It's like I made chicken nuggets for a giant toddler. I'm just realizing that. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, let me not Tyler one it up here and like let the food slide off, but there it is, looking nice and crispy. We're about to slice that and serve it over some rice. My pan of katsu is still holding up hot. Let's go ahead and temp these now and see what we're at. I assume not very high. These don't look like they're cooking super fast. Yeah, we're at about 145, so we're almost there. Just another 20 degrees. This one on the bottom here, I assume is closer to being done. 172, really? I don't believe you. I think my thermometer's lying. I think the numbers are lying. 171. Okay, I guess that one's done. Let me get the plate. All right. Easy. It's so easy, guys. All you have to do is cook one Japanese recipe a day, and your cooking vocabulary just goes up. Or watch Shokugeki no Soma if you're freaky like that. Revolving sushi's cool too, it is. How long does it take to make curry? The curry's been done. It's mainly just, I've been doing everything one at a time. But if I was cooking this all at once, it probably would take an hour. But we're taking our time. We're almost done. You kind of are a giant 25-year-old toddler, to be fair. Thank you for the compliment. I'm taking that as a compliment. No matter what you meant that as, I'm taking it as a compliment. You're so sweet. A little bit longer. This looks like a... What the heck? Let's make sure we're good here. 174. You are cooked. You have been cooked. All right. And now we got another couple. Okay, that's just a tiny piece of chicken. You're obviously done, man. It's not even chicken. It's just like skin. All right, the final big piece before our last batch, and then we're good. Let's see what we're at. $169. Okay. Well, that's as good as done for that piece. Let's get it out of here. Do not watch that. Do not watch that. Yeah, I would listen to Glup, but I wouldn't watch it unless you're, you know. I don't know actually what the requirements are to watch that. If you really have nothing better to do and you're bored and you like cooking, and also people who really like cooking, then I would watch the show. But, you know, if you think no one likes cooking more than you do, get ready to be surprised. Because that's what that show's all about, is people who really love good food. Like, they go crazy for it, but, yeah. Stop watching freaky stuff. But how am I gonna get better at freaky Nihongo? If you just watch normal Japanese stuff, you'll never be able to be freaky in Japanese. This guy probably practices vocab with High School DxD or something. No, I actually, you know what? It's not. I haven't watched that yet. It's on my to-watch list though on my anime list. So, good try, buddy. You're not exposing me. I don't even know what High School DxD means. Oh my gosh. What do you guys classify as like freaky anime? Like what would you say is like the freakiest, without violating YouTube guidelines? I don't think you can because it's just anime, but like what's like the most uncomfortable anime you've watched and you're like, yeah, that's where I'm drawing the line. I'm gonna go back to watching Hunter x Hunter, Evangelion. All like the Evangelion actually made me uncomfortable a bit, but aside from that, yeah. On his watch list, you already know. Literally, yeah, you're right. Yamada's Kitchen. I'll have to watch it. This is true, says Marquette. I think the freakiest anime I've watched. I don't even know. It's all a blur. I shouldn't say that. It makes it sound like I've watched thousands and I'm trying to pick from a catalog. It's more like I only remember like the actual based anime that like sticks with me. I think half of anime is freaky. Yeah, you're right. Just Expose Himself. I know what you're talking about. Nisei Monogatari. Yeah, that one is. Nisei Monogatari is. I haven't even watched that, but that one is. I've heard a bit freaky. Mushoku Tensei, redo of Healer. Oh, those are the ones I've heard are pretty freaky, but those are popular ones too. I get to watch those. What's freaky? Konosuba was kind of up there, but like I think it's not even that freaky. It's just like the same bit over and over again about him doing like this and like stealing. He does like this. He does the main character does some magic and he like ends up. It's like he tries to do it and he just steals like panties off of like characters, like random bypassers, and that's all he can do with his magic, I think. So he. It's just like a reoccurring bit in the show, and it's so stupid. The other freaky-ish one I watched was like Danmachi. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? I think I watched a season of that, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm good, fam. I think I'm good. But yeah, there's a lot of bubbles in this curry. Oh my goodness, it's so bubbly. Should probably scoop that out. Or even just, nope, let me not mix water and oil. That's actually a really bad idea. Let me not do that. You're probably fine. Mahou Shoujo ni akogarete is insane freak mode. Oh my. Yeah. What's an anime that is not freaky? Not freaky? I would, you know what, no, I was gonna say Hunter x Hunter, but that's like, what's his name, dude? The freaking clown guy. Hisoka. He's a freak, dude. He's a freaky freak. What anime is not freaky? Sometimes you want to watch slop, but the slop is too freaky with it. You're right, man. Sometimes it feels good to just put on the anime for the sake of it, but it gets freaky. What anime is not freaky? Soul Eater? Soul Eater's not freaky, right? That's a classic. That's a banger. I feel like that one's not really freaky, unless I'm misremembering something. Anyone who says Goku or Dragon Ball is not freaky has not seen Master Orochi yet. He's probably one of anime's biggest perverts. Master Orochi. Not Orochi. Orochi. Yeah. Hunter x Hunter is a freak fest. You're so right, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's what they gotta do. There's so many characters in there that they have to, like, get crazy with their character design. JoJo's is great. Personally, I enjoyed, like, every episode that's been put out so far, but it's a little freaky, too. No, it's very freaky, especially towards, like, the newer series, like, with the prison one. Stone Ocean. It was a little freaky. Little freaky. Higurashi is very normal, not freak anime. Yeah, I guess Attack on Titan isn't freaking. I'm not gonna spoil Attack on Titan, but yeah, Attack on Titan's not that freaky. It's more like I don't know, it's pretty good. Do you only know freaky anime, bro? Aren't you the one who said, "Is there even a non-freaky anime?" You can't blame me, buddy. You can't blame me. Oh, what was the Monogatari's good? Literally the love story with like the really big bulky dude with the big ass lips. That one's pretty good. What else is there? I don't know. There's some like wholesome romance ones like what is it called? Komi-san Can't Communicate. That one I freaking love that one. That was a good watch and pretty wholesome. I don't think there was anything super weird in that one. But hey, what do I know? Okay, meat. Show me your temp. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. I can't see because of the bubbles. I'm just trying to like gauge. 158. Okay, we are 7 degrees away from freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph and Avdol got freaky. Oh, you're right with the fan service. Jared doesn't know anything that isn't freaky. What? No, there's something, man. Don't put me on the spot like this. Oh god. There's like so much bubble. No, I know, there's gotta be something. There's gotta be something, I swear. I'm trying to think through all the anime I've watched. Death Note's freaky, isn't it? Is Death Note freaky? What do we mean by freaky? I mean, really, is freaky even, like, what does that mean? I think we have to define freaky. Horimiya, oh yeah, dude, Horimiya's great. I freaking love that one. That and Toradora was really good. That's a good watch. Yeah, that's a chill watch for sure. Nichijou has no freak in it now that I think about it. No, remember when one of the characters gets caught drawing yaoi, and then by the police officer, and she knocks him out? Does that count as freak? Like the trope where like the young student is like drawing some naughty manga. I don't know. Does that count as freak? Death Note isn't really freaky. That's true. It just makes you think. It's a thinker for sure. This is true. Is SpongeBob freaky with Patrick Coon? Nah, they're just chill like that. Toradora is also good. Oh. I gotta lock in here, guys. I'm sorry. There is... I don't want oil to spill on my hot stove. And that's kind of where we're at right now. All right, we're just gonna hope that that's cooked. All right, let me check now that we're here. You guys saw that, right? It was almost bubbling over. God, that was so scary. All right. I gotta plug in my Mac before it dies. Okay, that was close. That was really close. All right, as you can see, I charged my phone and then I gotta go between one or the other. Not freaky enough. What do you mean? Okay. If you're trying to find the most freakiest anime, I mean, props to you, but I'm not gonna be a part of that conversation because I do not want to get canceled, flagged on YouTube, any of that stuff, man. All right, let's temp this. Looking at a solid 176. That's quite warm. It's warm enough to consider being cooked. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done cooking the katsu. All that's left is to assemble the dish now. So, let us get back to it. Let's charge your Mac. Unfortunately, getting seven deadly frames, 7 deadly sins, 7 deadly frames per second. Uh-oh. Yep. All right, stream should be good again. All right. We are gonna get into the cooking and assembly now. Not the cooking, we're done cooking. No more cooking. Cooking is banned for the rest of the stream. No more cooking, only assembly. All right, so here's our curry. Still quite hot actually, so that's good. Retained a lot of heat, so we like to see. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way so we're not being nasty. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna end the stream before I start cleaning and like washing. I'm not gonna do that now. That's not content. That's just, you can, I'd much rather you get up and go clean up your own places than watch me clean. I don't think anyone's ever, no, you know what, people probably made a clean with me video on YouTube. Or like watch me clean, satisfying. I know for a fact that those are out there. I'm just gonna make this a bit nicer for when we slice our katsu. I'm actually gonna put my mic down next to the katsu so you guys can hear it getting cut. Until then, let's go to the live chat. It's still PowerPoint stream? Okay. Okay. I can see that it's lagging a bit. We're gonna give it a sec. Huh. Okay, you know what? We're gonna keep moving and it's gonna fix itself because it's awesome. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, yeah, looks better. Cool. Okay, so here is our cutting board and we've got our meat. And let me go wash this knife really quick because I love this knife. I can't remember if we use this one for the raw chicken or not, but it's better to err on It's better to err on the side of caution. That's such a weird word. I feel bad for non-native English speakers studying English. Okay. Okay. Do you guys see the ad playing on my phone? I'm just trying to do this so I can see chat. How much chicken is that? This is, I don't know, we can weigh it. Let me get my scale. It is 6 breasts cut in half, so it should be, no, it's 4 breasts cut in half, so it's actually 8 pieces. I think the plates are about 1 pound. So this is about 4 pounds of chicken. So, yeah. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and slice up. Om nom nom. It's like 4 breasts. Yes, thank you, Glip. Protein maxing, dude. Yeah. Let me zoom out here. All right. Well, you know what? Let's hide the annoying recipe here since we already cooked. If you can't tell, I got a protein max for these babies. There's something under here. I don't know where, but we've got something. So, all right, let's zoom in here. Get a nice, satisfying shot of the slice. All right. I've washed this, so don't worry. I'm putting the mic here. I'm putting the mic here so you guys can hear when I cut the katsu. We are now in ASMR mode. Not in a weird way, just casual me cutting meat. I'm gonna stop talking, I'm making it worse. Let's get to cutting. That's more than a family from the hood eats in a day. Impressive. That's crazy. It's steaming. Look at that, fully cooked. Fully cooked, beautiful. All right. So let's get on with another couple of pieces here. Trying to find the most katsu looking katsu. You know, like some are more katsu shaped than like the others. I don't know if that's weird. Like, am I making sense? Some of these are really square and the others are like, I don't know. That looks very katsu-y. I'm actually very surprised by how like katsu-y the katsu turned out. I feel like I'm speaking another language right now. I've just invented another one. Then you got free tickets to the gun show. Yeah, that's right. All right, are we really gonna mukbang? Because I'm freaking starving. I could eat so much of this stuff. Oh, that chicken's juicy. That's not raw, is it? No, it's just juicy. This one's a little bit brighter than the others if you can't tell, but that's okay. Okay, the rest of the meat I'm not gonna cut yet. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick, so you guys get to come listen to that. I'm gonna put the mic back on. All right. Okay. That's what we're left with. Let me get the good old rice cooker here. Oh, my beloved. Okay. Good old reliable here. I feel like the first ones you cut aren't as katsuteki, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Katsu Curry ka. Yep, yes, that's right. Blue blood. Looks like you fried it really well. I tried. So crispy. It's very sakusaku. And there's our steaming rice, as you can see. Maybe you can see it's steaming a little bit. So, anywho, let me get another plate out and we will lay everything out, talk and eat, and yeah, we'll be on our way. All right, let's start plating. Now, technically, the recipe says to let it rest for a few minutes, but you guys know me. I am a hungry fella, and we are here to eat. It's eat or be eaten in this world, and we are the eaters today. Well, we are the cookers and the eaters. What would you do if you just cooked a wonderful meal, and all of a sudden the food on the plate opened its mouth and jumped at you? I feel like I just closed my eyes and accept it. Is that weird? Why am I saying these words in this order? I feel like I'm being weird. I feel like it's a little freaky of me. I'm fluffing up the rice right now. Gotta make sure it's nice and floof. Okay, let's get the rice on there. All right. We gotta plate it similar to how they do it in Japan. Oh my gosh, it's finally come. The end game. Here we go. All right. Okay, chat. Ew. Let me wash this ladle, and we will be able to pour that right over the rice, or I guess next to it. That's how the Japanese will do it. They're gonna do next to the rice, that's what I'm doing, and then we just lay the katsu on top. Because I think the goal is you don't want it to be soggy. If you just lay down that nice crispy katsu, and then you proceed to douse it in curry, you're just making it super soggy, which is kind of a big no-no in my opinion, but whatever. Oh, look at that. This is very viscous. That's good. That's what we want. Don't worry, Chad. I'm going to read you guys here in a second. We're just going to go ahead and get the curry on. All right. So now, yeah, we got it. Ooh, boring curry rice, right? But hold on. Hold on to your horses. That's right. Oh my goodness. Big boy meals. I'm sorry, little. This guy's gonna be sitting out for a little bit. Let me clean off the hands and we should be good. That is so much curry. I think I've made like maybe a week's worth of food for me. All right. Let's zoom out here a little bit. What do we think, guys? What's the rating? That looks pretty busting. Okay, well, I think all that's left is to bust out the fork and spoon and get munching. So let me move the camera so we can get to a nicer angle of eating. Yeah, the temp is bad. My camera is starting to overheat, I'll tell you that though. All right, there we go. Now, let's eat and talk, fellas. I think we're good. I'll read chat through here. I think I got it going. Whew. That was quite the experience, wasn't it? It was quite the cook-off. I say cook-off like there's multiple people, but it was just us against the world and all of the viewers who thought I could not make this beautiful katsu right here. I mean, look at this thing. Look at that. Isn't that like, that's awesome. That could be the thumbnail. We already have a really good one though. All right. Well, let's get the spoon, the fork, the water, and let's sit down and eat. And evaluate, was this Japanese recipe worth it? And would we cook it again? Hopefully my camera does not overheat before we're done giving our evaluation of this said curry. Let's find out. Oh my god. All right. Let's read. 食べたい米固めが好きです I also like katamen, like noodles in my ramen. But yeah, I would wake up from the fever dream you just conjured out here. You'd wake up? What if there's no waking up? What if it's real life, man? What if your food jumps out and eats you and that's that? That's just how it goes. It's dark in here. Let me get my key light. Yeah, that's right. I've got actual lighting equipment. What are you gonna do about it? Woo! So pretty, so professional, right? Oh, I muted myself. Glad I checked. I just muted myself. All right. Just for measure, we're gonna keep it on the counter because I feel like every time we put it in my hip, dude, I don't know if it's my fat rolls or just my thunder thighs. Just something's up. All right. Let me get the frame in here better for you guys so you guys can get up close. All right. There we go, chat. Okay. Oh, without further ado, let's take a bite. Okay. I do like firm and chewy rice. So yeah, I do like sometimes when it's firmer. I don't know about rice porridge. I've never had that. I have had like umeboshi? It's not umeboshi, is it? Is it umeboshi? I think it's what is it? There's like the ume, the plum, like why is it? It's like slipping my mind. Oh, ochazuke. Ochazuke, that's what it's called. All right. We've got. It's not focusing on me, is it? I've got to let it focus so that we can grade the potatoes, the carrots, everything. Focus cancel. There we go. No focus. There we go. Okay. For some reason, I had manual focus on. All these cameras and stuff, right? Subarashi. Just like Grandma used to make. Looks amazing. 10 out of 10 looks fire. I just woke up, but I'm already craving curry. Go for it. 6 out of 7 gleps. Mukbang stream, I got you. I want to get home now. I barely eat all day, might go eat. Is that omurice? Omurice? This is curry rice. You gotta rate your own food too, be critical. Add a bit of ichimi or shichimi to your curry for subtle flavor change. Ooh, I don't have any here. I should have gotten some. Next time, go to the gym. I've already worked out enough this week. He looks like he goes to the gym. I'm a slight worker-outer, nothing crazy. Anyways, yes, I'm gonna be critical here on my own food. We gotta make sure, how did the recipe do? How was our Japanese? Did we stray away from the directions? Yes, a little bit, but that was on me. Let's check it out. Starting with this potato, right here, coated in curry. Let's check it out. Oh my God. The flavor's good. It's very like mochi. It definitely has a very glutinous texture, but it's good. Now let's try some rice with this. Yeah, that's curry and rice, but it wouldn't be anything without the katsu here. So let's go ahead, get some katsu, get some curry on it. I can definitely taste the medium spice here. You know what, guys? I think we cooked. I think we did. Let's try everything all together now. Rice, curry, katsu, as we have to, right? Oh my God. You know what? Amazing. Amazing. I don't think I've ever had Katsu Curry made at home by me on a Friday afternoon this good. Gonna be honest. Yeah. Review of the curry and rice. Yep, that's curry and rice. Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, the carrots. Gotta try the carrots too. I do like carrots as much as the next guy, but I'm not the biggest fan. Like, it's not gonna be, that wouldn't be the vegetable I'd go for. If I had to like draft a dodgeball team of vegetables, carrot probably wouldn't be on my team. I'd probably go with more like shallots, onions, garlic for sure is a banger. I don't know. Maybe potato for sure. Yeah. All right. Wow, that was really soft. Like the right amount of softness for sure, but that was good. The spice is starting to kind of creep in now. I can definitely tell that this is mild. We are in mild territory, so we're getting up there. But honestly, I would say, man, if 10 is like going out to Gordon Ramsay's like Hell's Kitchen and ordering from there, this is definitely like a solid 4 or 5. I don't have any complaints about it. It's just that, like, you know, for what it's worth, this is homemade. We had some instant curry roux sitting there for us. It wasn't from scratch, but honestly, this satisfies me. I had a craving for some katsu curry, and this definitely satisfied it. So, yeah, maybe if I just got some fukujinzuke and like pickled ginger. No, it's more for like gyudon, isn't it? Yeah, but maybe fukujinzuke, like the pickled radish. Lotus, pickled lotus is what it is actually. But yeah, I guess the onions weren't too much after all. Yeah, honestly, I would prefer raw carrot. Yeah, it would have been nice if the carrot was a little bit harder. Yeah, I'm trying to like find the onions. Like there they are, you can see them dangling, but like, it's honestly not that bad. And it adds a lot of good flavor. Yeah, I don't know. I would say today was a big success. Now we got two options. You guys can either sit here and ask me questions, or we just talk about Japanese or anything while I finish this whole plate, or we go and you guys go enjoy your Friday and stop watching me eat, because maybe you have something better to do than to watch some random 24-year-old eat some katsu curry in his apartment, right? But I don't know, man. That's all you. I'm not gonna stay here and beg for viewers to, you know, not abandon me. You guys go do what you want. I'm just here enjoying our beautiful creation. You know, I thought that Japanese vocabulary wasn't that bad either. There were a few words I wasn't sure on, but overall, I think we handled that pretty good. And of course, luckily now we are fortunate enough to be munching. It was in fact just hit midnight. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's midnight. Glep, you gotta get your beauty sleep, man. What are you doing? Why are you watching this American eat meat and curry at midnight, dude? What's your deal? Oh my goodness. For anyone flooding into the stream from earlier when my camera crashed or I muted, that's happened like 3 times. We're done cooking. Honestly, 4 out of 10. 10 being me going to Gordon Ramsay and having him cook a private meal for me. This is good, no complaints. It's just, you can tell it was made at home and made with instant curry roux, but it satisfied my craving. I think that's all that matters. But yeah. All right. Man, I got a long road ahead of me. I gotta munch on all this stuff. Oh, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours already. That's crazy. Holy Lord, my English. That's okay. It happens to the best. It's because you're studying so much Japanese. You have to trade one language for the other. I feel like I'm gonna have like the fattest nap after this. That's the only thing you gotta do when you eat a big meal of fried food, lots of rice. There's no way around it. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you guys found that enjoyable. I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to see me cook, or if this cooking stream wasn't your vibe, totally fine. But if you guys have any other ideas or anything you'd like to see, either in future streams, videos, would love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and I can see how I can work those in. Because at the end of the day, I want to make content for you guys, and also have it be something I have fun making, so my heart's in it. So, yeah. Your fiance's getting some of that too. We'll see. Yeah. But when I immerse too much, I like calibrate. I have to calibrate back to English for like 15 minutes. Yep. I know the exact thing. It's kind of on the same energy as when I went to Japan and I was there for 3 months. I came back and I was still like bowing at people. Like I was in a Costco and I just bumped into like this the most American guy you could imagine. Like imagine literally, think of America, close your eyes, and just the first image of a man that pops up, that's who I bumped into. I literally, bro, I bumped into him. I was like, and then I walked away. Just like that. And he just looked at me like this. Like, I mean, he's not in the wrong, right? That I would have done that too. But like, dude. Oh my God. That was so embarrassing. But yeah, it's definitely like, it takes adjusting. It takes adjusting for sure. Honestly, I would trade some of my English for Japanese. I know too many words anyway. Yeah, that's fair. I would trade a little bit of my English. I actually don't know that many English words. It's sad. Like, I'm very comfortable just sticking with what I know and then just not, I don't know. It's weird though, because you see a word, like for me, I don't know if this is true for you guys, but like I'll see a word in English, I'll be reading and I don't know what it is. It might be a medical term, it might be like something technical or like whatever, but it just doesn't bother me. But then I see like this really obscure word in Japanese and I probably don't even need to know it and it pisses me off. Like I have to go look it up, I have to understand its nuance, I have to figure out how it's used, or else it just means I'm bad at Japanese. That's a really bad mentality also, don't do this. I'm just saying that that's kind of my bad habit, my guilty displeasure probably. But yeah. Okay, I give up. Watching this made me so hungry. Go get yourself some food, Blue Blood. You do not need to starve yourself by staying here. This was great. Please do more. Glad you enjoyed it, Duke. I will try to come up with some more. Maybe I can make that Hayashi I was putting you guys on earlier on in the stream, because that thing is gas. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to make as well, so. Not that I want to stream for a shorter amount of time or that you guys want a shorter stream, but more just I can focus more on talking to you guys because the cooking's just like, it's so easy. You probably thought you had a hemorrhage or something. Or I was about to poop myself. Like I held my stomach and just bent over in pain. Oh my gosh. The culture is so different. Yeah, it's wild how polite people are in Japan. And I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, also there are people who are outwardly rude. It's not like this, all Japanese people are super kind. There's definitely a few people who are very open about how they feel towards a lot of people and things, but I digress. Bro, me too. Yeah, I do that. Yep. Oh no, why don't I know the word for schizophrenia? Yeah. 統合失調性長所流合失調症 I'm probably butchering like 2 or 3 of that kanji at least, but oh my goodness, excuse me. Good to know. Oh my gosh, I've heard of Yoji Jukugo, but this is like Goji Jukugo. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like if people's idea of getting fluent in Japanese is to learn every Japanese word, I mean, you're gonna be studying your whole life. I mean, think about words that are in a dictionary because one author in a book made up a word and it just got listed in the dictionary as an entry, but like no one uses it. Does that count as a word? You know, I mean, like, where do you even draw the line? I don't know. I also know how would your brain be able to take that? Because like, I've always asked myself this, is like, if you could like somehow calculate how many gigabytes of storage your brain could hold, like what is it, you know? And how much does like knowing English take up and knowing Japanese and also just like knowing the culture? Like our lives just aren't languages. Like we have mannerisms, we know what to do, what not to do, our personalities, you know. I'm getting into Matrix territory right now, but you know, I get a little philosophical and my stomach's getting full, so what can I say? I'm honestly, I'm not really surprised this turned out good because S&B are my dogs, and whenever you do any instant S&B foods, they always turn out gas, but I don't know. That was not as difficult as I thought it would be. Gonna be honest. That was pretty good. Oh my goodness. I'm getting warm though. It's getting freaking hot in here. All this hot food. I'm probably getting shinier and shinier as we go on with this stream. I think I'm low in stores. I gotta disc clean up IRL. Dude, so true. How do you even do that? How do you disc clean? You just give yourself amnesia? I'll just get my fiance. Hey babe, I think my storage is getting full. Can you just take this baseball bat and swing it right here? And I just wake up feeling a lot more empty-headed. But pretty sure the definition of fluent is just being able to express your ideas without thought. So if you can work around your words, you are still fluent. If you don't know isu, you can say suwarimono. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I get fluent in Japanese if I get drunk enough. I don't even like, it's so broken, but I just turn off brain and then mouth moves, which is pretty funny, but it's still not, I don't know. It's hard to get that confidence, at least for me, to like just start just speaking off the ramps, just not really putting too much thought on how you're conjugating this, or like if that sounds natural, or like how would a native say it. But I feel like it helps to train yourself to just turn off your brain and just yap, like while you're practicing Japanese conversation. But I find it a bad habit where I just think about every little word that's coming out and if I sound okay, and you know, I don't know. You got like good lobotomy. Doesn't that reduce like how much brain you have, like how much brain matter you have? I don't know, man. That's a good idea, but then I feel like you end up with less brain than you had before. Yeah. It's Duke says it's really common. I think of the right thing, then don't say it because I'm nervous. I'm wrong. Then it turns out I was right anyway. Yeah, I've done the same thing, man. I still do it. When I just gotta say it. Like sometimes I tell myself, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. And then like the Japanese person I'm talking to is like, I'm actually, as a Japanese person, you're wrong. Here's how you say it. And then I'm like, you know what? Thank you for the correction. Like, worst case you get corrected and then you go on with your day. Which is like, I don't know, it's not the end of the world. Oh, that was not a good sound. My throat is starting to hurt, dude. It is burning. I might have to put up the rest of the food before I die of spice. This is a little too much for me. Hope you guys are enjoying I'm trying not to make this an ASMR thing. I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to talk, but I don't want anyone to be weirded out. I think it just makes you brain dead. Yeah. You have a sense in your head, but you're embarrassed to say it. Me too, but it's usually because I'm thinking of freaky things to say to my guy friends. And I'm like, is this acceptable? You know what I'm talking about. The culture between the guy friends. You know, you'll just say things. Don't know if it's the same in Japanese. I feel like that's probably a little different. I was trying to say shovel for my friend. I think I was saying to speak. Oh. Yo, share the recipe, bro. I got you. I got it on my phone here. Where is it? Where have you gone, recipe? There it is. Give me 1 second. Where is you? Oh, here we go. All right, we've got the recipe. If you guys ever want to try this at home, which you guys will, please, send in the Discord, if you do make this at home, send pictures of your completed dish. Would love to hear all about it. See how you guys fare. Probably gonna turn out better than mine for sure, but nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't pride myself and say I'm a great cook. I'm a great yapper. No, I'm not. I don't want to sound jimanman, but I loved cutting and prepping today. That's probably because I was a line cook for a little bit. So I was doing a lot of prep work for like thousands of customers a day, which was freaking crazy, but oh my God. So it stuck with me. It's something fun I like to do, which is why you see me just fanboying over those knives, but yeah. Wow. Okay. We're gonna call it here. I cannot eat anymore. I will explode. I have to lay down in my bed. See, it's easier to fill up on more food while you're standing, but once you lay down, it all kind of flattens and spreads out and wants to kind of come back up. I know it's a really gross explanation, but that's just, I don't want that to happen to me. So. That means the recipe's 4 times smaller than yours. Dude, that's not even the start of it. I mean, look at this. We've got, how do I use the camera? How do I use camera? I mean, we've got, it's ridiculous, the yield. I mean, look at this curry. Look at how big I am. I'm not that big, but like, this is so much curry. And then, of course, all of this meat. Like, oh my God. I am not gonna have to cook until next Tuesday or something. Like, that is insane. All right, back to the yapping. All right, wow. That portion is 1,100 cal. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta eat big to get big. I think that's what they say. Wow, it is really hot in here. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream. I have meal prepped, yes, a week of curry, as Glep is saying. You guys enjoyed, leave a like, join the Discord if you guys want to stay in touch, or even just, you know, throw out some more ideas on how we can keep growing the community and giving you guys entertaining streams. Probably think of doing maybe week after next, because I'm dropping a video next week. I might do oh gosh, I just recently got Silent Hill 2 Remake, and I really want to play it through in Japanese, because I'm a big fan of some of the Konami horror games. So yeah, you guys have a good rest of your days. Thanks for hanging out with me and cooking, and yeah, I'll see you